Warning, the following high school football game is not for the faint of heart.
He's trying to look downfield, being chased down by Devin Porter. He throws it out of bounds. Howe has the game. Here's Zagleski.
Please take all necessary precautions.
To the 3, to the 2. He's in. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football is on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden.
Intercepted. Brought down by J.C. Helfenstell.
Bucks Norton Barbecue, Tech Wave, Robertson Welding Services, Knight Furniture, FBC Howe, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Independent Bank, Exalt Realty.
Throw the football, the ball's on the turf. Howe says they have it, and they do. Austin Lee comes up with a football.
Now get ready because it's football time in Texas on HoweEnterprise.com.
Mason Riggs, look out. He's got the 30, 35. He's got some speed. 50, 45. It's a foot race to the 30, 25, 20. Kiss him goodbye. 89 yards.
Here's the voice of Howe Bulldogs football, Monty Walker.
They come from all over the country to celebrate their alma mater and the glory of Old Howe High. It's homecoming 2018 at Bulldog Stadium, and the Mighty Dogs are sitting 2-0. The Bells Panthers entered the Dog Pound, having only won one game at Bulldog Stadium since LBJ was sworn in for a full term. Howe has rung bells for a series record of 34 wins, 8 losses, and 5 ties, going back to 1936. But the Panthers look to take the air out of the Bulldogs and their undefeated record tonight. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker, along with Justin White, Stephen Braswell, and Caroline Slauson. It ought to be a fun game tonight. One team loves to run. One team loves to pass. They're completely different football teams. If you can't get more different than these two teams, then I don't know who you're going to see because they're the opposite of each other.
It's a clash of different type of offenses that'll be fun to watch to see how each coach who loves their Coach Jay loves to run the ball. Coach Ponder loves to air it out. It'll be fun to watch and just see how these guys go up against each other, even defensively.
It's game number 757 for the Howe Bulldogs. Howe has a record, as we mentioned, 384 overall. Well, we haven't mentioned that. Howe's overall record, 384, 348, and 24 since their first game back on September the 20th, 1935. The Bulldogs are 2-0 on this young season. They've started with 2 wins for the first time since 2015. They beat Bonham that year, 41-14, and Sacred Heart back-to-back, 27-0. Howe teams that have started 2-0, obviously this year, and 2015 we mentioned, they ended up 4-0. 2014, 2010 went 4-0. 1996 went 3-0. 95, 94, 1987 started 6-0. The unfortunate thing for that team, they didn't even make the playoffs. They only took 2 that year. They went 8-2 and didn't make the playoffs.
Wow.
1985, 1984 went 3-0. 82, 77, 73, 66 went 5-0. 48 went 3-0. 46 went 8-0. 45 went 8-0. And that team we love, this self-coached team of 1942 started 2-0. In 1941, 40, 39, and 36. Howe coaches that started 2-0, along with Bill Jailing, who is 2-0 for his first career start here at Howe. Other coaches to do so are Corey Crane, who started 4-0, Davey DeBose 3-0, Jim Fryer, John Matlock 3-0, Jack Osborne 8-0, John Lair 8-0. Self-coached team 2-0. H.A. McDonald 4-0, Wesley Cox 9-0, which is the record, and Texas Hall of Fame coach L.B. Morris, who started 2-0. Now, the offensive attack for the Howe Bulldogs. Howe accumulated 338 rushing yards last week against S&S. Coupled with the 314 against Ponder, that's a total of 652 yards on 95 carries. Folks, that's 6.86 yards per carry. Howe's total yardage of 681 on the 101 offensive plays in the first 2 weeks equals 6.74 yards every time they snap the ball. That's not bad. I don't care if you're throwing it, running it, it don't matter. Move the football, and that's what Howe's doing. They now have a 3-game winning streak for the first time in quite a while, with the season finale over Callisburg and the 2 wins to open the season. The last time Howe won 3 in a row was back in 2016 with wins over Callisburg, Grandview, and Jefferson. On this day in Bulldog history, 1962, Howe lost to S&S 16-0. In 1973, they beat Princeton 18-14. 1979, they lost to Aubrey 12-11. In 1984, they beat S&S 34-0. In 1990, I played in this game. Lots of cramps. Lost at Van Alstyne 12-6. That was a cramp game. 2001, the Howe Bulldogs lost at Denton Liberty Christian 49-19. Lost in Durant. What? Durant. 52-12. And in 2012, Howe won at Whitewright 41-20. And we just had the homecoming presentation, and I was too busy. I didn't get to see who won homecoming queen. And apparently our sideline personality says Kendall Ketching was the homecoming queen. Congratulations, Kendall Ketching. And what a fun time for Kendall. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to talk about Bell's history and Howe. But first, you'll listen to the Coaches Show and the Senior Spotlight. We'll be right back.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Bill Jailing. The Coaches Show is brought to you by FBC Howe. Now let's join Monty Walker with Bulldogs head coach Bill Jailing.
All right, Coach, last week, JV player Jackson Atkins lost his mom. Had the whole team bust over there in their shirt and ties, and what a sight that was. It's a pretty classy move. Talk about that.
Well, I mean, we're a family. We preach that we're family. You know, the 3 things I preach to the kids is faith, family, football. So, you know, one of our family members was hurting, so, you know, we want to make sure we're there supporting him and everything else. It's a life lesson for the kids. You know, like I told the varsity after the funeral, I said, guys, you know, think about what Jackson's going through. He's hurting. I said, there's a lot worse things in life than a drop pass or a fumble or a missed tackle. You know, it's not the end of the world. But the main thing about it is we're family, and we're here to support each other, and Jackson's part of our family, so we want to be there for him.
S&S last week, probably seems like a long time ago now, 51-yarder at the beginning of the game by Blessai. Really started things off. His counterpart at fullback, Austin Lee, came in and finished it with a big run there for the first touchdown. He got off to a great start early, and that seems to be the trend.
Yeah, that's our game plan. We want to take the ball first, and we want to drive down and score and eat up as much clock as we can. Last week we scored on the first drive. I wish we would have eaten up a little more clock. I think we only took off about 3 or 4 minutes. But offensively, though, you know, we're coming out and we're establishing our running game right off the bat, and that's what we want to do each week is establish our running game. And I was really proud of the offensive line. They were firing out and executing their blocks effectively, and when they do that, great things are going to happen.
Has there been any surprising players that have stepped up as leaders that maybe you didn't think that would hold that position?
Well, honestly, I believe our senior group is doing a great job this year with senior leadership, and the biggest thing I'm noticing right now is our seniors are playing unselfish football. You know, you got running backs that are carrying the ball maybe 3 times a game, but when you watch them on film, I mean, they are blocking. They are blocking very well. Mason Riggs especially has really stepped up as a blocker for us in the backfield, and he's really stepped up as a leader as well. I mean, he's one thing that I was really proud of him yesterday is he came down and hyping up the JV team, telling them how hard they're working, and that's what you need to establish a good program. Their seniors aren't just focusing on themselves; they're knowing that when they leave, what mark are they going to leave, and how are they going to help build this program for the future. So we got a lot of good senior leadership right now, and I'm very excited for that.
Well, the defense played great and outstanding again for the entire game last week. Maybe on the field a little bit more in the second half than you wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. Defense played a lot more snaps in the second half than that's part of our game plan. But S&S did a good job. I got to give them credit. In the third quarter, they came out running the ball and they were chewing up clock as well. That kind of hurt us a little bit, but I mean, it's never good when your offense is only on the field 20 times in the second half. We did score twice in those 20 snaps, but no, we got to do more from an offensive standpoint in the second half to make sure our defense is getting plenty of rest. Like I've always said, defense wins championships, and we got to make sure they're going at all times.
We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about homecoming and bells.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
All right, Coach, it's homecoming, sometimes a head coach's nightmare this week. Any big distractions? How do you get through it?
There really hasn't been any distractions with homecoming. The biggest distraction this week has been the weather. I mean, it's been raining all week. We haven't been able to get out there and have a solid, effective practice because the ground's wet, it's muddy, everything else, and especially for what Bells does offensively, not having a dry field is hurting us preparing for that. But, homecoming's homecoming. It's always going to be an exciting game.
Well, it is football time in Texas. We've had some technical issues, so we apologize for that. Hopefully we've got that straightened out and won't have that again for too long anyway. We apologize. It's always one of those things where your laptop and you bring it to the game and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it wants to do an update.
Right before the game starts?
Really?
Yeah.
You
right
want to do a Microsoft update on the computer at game time.
Not at 2 o'clock this afternoon, not at 10 o'clock this morning, but 7 o'clock.
Not 2 o'clock last night. Anyhow, we seem to be back.
At least we're on at the right time, right before kickoff.
We have not kicked off. We're in good shape. All we missed is some rambling of me, and so you didn't really miss a whole lot, right? We will get with Caroline, as we missed Caroline. We do have Gene Kwan up in the booth with us tonight, my former producer back at the studio in the K-Lake days doing McKinney ISD football. So here we are. We're changing some batteries. We're on the fly tonight. How about this? Here's the kickoff. The Tech Wave kickoff is going to be taken by Elijah Campbell at the 30-yard line, and Howe won the toss. They will receive and start the football game tonight with the ball at their own 42-ish yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Right at the 42. So here we are. We are underway. We made it. We didn't think we'd make it. We made it.
It was nip and tuck there for a little bit, but
Yes, it was.
We got on right at the right time.
We got here. So we're good. We're in good shape.
Bulldogs won the toss, elected to receiving their third kickoff in a row, third game in a row they received the kickoff.
1st and 10, left to right. Elvington, handoff up the middle and banging his way across and fumbles the football is Cameron Blesseye, but I believe Howe was able to get back on it. Blesseye is unhappy with himself, but the Bulldogs did get back on it and cross midfield actually in Bell's territory at the plus 49.
Jaron Ing recovered that fumble, and that Blesseye showing off again that vicious running style he has. But one of the problem about that is you put yourself in a position to get ball stripped from you.
2nd and 2, handoff. Austin Lee to the left side has a first down at the 46-yard line. So what we know about Bells is they're 1-0 on turf at home, and they're 0-1 on grass. And they played Honey Grove a few weeks ago. Did not look that great. They wore all white on grass. They decided not to do that tonight, maybe because they thought it might be a little rainy or muddy. It's not at all. The field is dry, but they're in gold tops and maroon pants. Here's a handoff right over right guard, and another scramble for the ball. I thought for a moment,
I think the ball came out again. Yeah,
Blesseye is going to gain. Well, they're going to spot it, maybe a loss of one, back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, so a couple of mishandles on the or a fumble there by Blesseye, and then I guess a mishandle on the handoff. 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
2nd down and 9. Elvington is going to hand off to Mason Riggs, coming from one side to the other. Lots of room, and is finally brought down after about an 8-yard gain inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
Mason Riggs, I guess, what would you call that, a misdirection type of run there?
It's a tackle trap where the tackle comes across. At least that's what we called it back in the old days.
Right. Well, he came across around that left tackle there and got a good, nice gain. Riggs scored his first touchdown of the season last week. Again, third leading rusher on this Bulldog rushing squad.
3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs, looking to strike first blood in the game tonight, just underway. And Elvington is met as soon as he was about to hand the ball off, and the ball comes out, and Bells has recovered the football. He was leveled. Someone missed their assignment, and Elvington was pummeled.
Looks like number 3, Brandon Garcia, with the fumble recovery. And, yeah, Elvington hadn't got hit a lot this season as far as any pressure. He got hit immediately before handing that ball off, and ball goes over to Bells, and this high-octane offense passing attack comes out on their own 43-yard line.
So here is Bells, and that's going to be a handoff to Luster. First man through. He's a one-back in this spread offense, and he's going to gain about 9 yards on first down. Ball was spotted at the 43-yard line is where Bells started, and now they're in the house side at 49. And this is Ponder wanting to throw complete to his man, and that's going to be a completion to the left side, and finally brought down by Mason Riggs, but not after a pretty good pickup there by the receiver, Bo Baker.
A missed tackle there by J.D. Thornton. Riggs able to clean it up there, but one of the things that the Bulldogs are going to need to do is clean tackling, clean open field tackling.
So ball spotted at the 30, 19-yard gain. This is Ponder wanting to throw it deep right side, 2 men in coverage, and overshoots his intended wide receiver Stevens on the right side. It'll be 2nd down and 10. They were looking for the home run right there.
Ponder dropped back to pass, had no pressure. That's one thing. Another thing the Bulldogs are going to look at, if we look at keys of the game, is defensive pressure. You can't allow Ponder just to sit back there and just kind of pick him apart, and he tried to go long, just overthrew him.
So Ponder is the starting quarterback. He's the coach's son. We'll talk about Scott Ponder a little bit. Here's Brian Ponder. Handoff Luster right side. He escaped several defenders, good for about 5 on 2nd down. So we'll bring up 3rd and about 5, right about the 30-yard line.
We'll run off the right tackle there. Again, they mix it up a little bit here with the run and the pass. As they got a 3rd and 5 on the Bulldog 30-yard line.
Bells moving right to left. There's an officials timeout. They're out of the Commerce chapter. The officials tonight, the referee, 45-year veteran Jim Peake, the umpire Michael Jackson, the field judge is Will Hammonds. we'll get back to that in just a moment as Ponder wants to throw on 3rd and 5, looks across, has a first down. Catch is made by Coughlin, and that'll be good enough for about 10 and a first down somewhere around the 18-yard line thereabouts. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it right about the 20 apparently, maybe the 19.
Caught by Trevin Coughlin. And again, Ponder rolled to his right there and had plenty of time to throw. Again, no pressure. Bulldogs have to either maybe bring an extra man, blitz if possible.
8:35 on the first quarter clock, no score. But Bells is threatening here inside the 20 at the 19. Clock rolling. The play clock's down to 6. We'll see if they can get it off. Shotgun for Ponder. This is Luster in the gun, and he's going to take it. And that's the Wildcat, if you will. And it'll be good for none. They might give him back the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot it at about the 20, about the 19. So no gain.
Good job there by the Bulldog defense there to at least make the yardage minimal there. Bring up second along.
Recognized it. Here's Ponder in the gun. Drops back 3 steps. Looks left. Fires it deep in the end zone. Bumping and grinding, and it's going to be incomplete. No call, as it was pretty good coverage by Arturo Lauder over there on the receiver, Jacob Morrow. Morrow has 5 catches for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. They were trying to get him his 3rd right there, but it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Brian Ponder, we see the arm of him again, trying to go along the corner of the end zone. There, he's got a nice cannon.
He is the kicker and punter as well. 3rd down and 10, 3-step drop. Ponder under pressure by Porter, and now he's trying to escape. He can run, and he is on the run. Now he's going to throw it in the end zone, and a nice play by Elijah Campbell at the front corner pylon.
Ponder felt a little bit of pressure. Devin Porter were able to get into the backfield, but he did a good job to avoid Porter, and then good job by Campbell. He said he's a basketball player, kind of went up for the block shot, blocked it, deflected it, incomplete pass, bring up a 4th down.
4th down and 10. We'll see what they elect to do. Ponder, again, the field goal kicker. He's also the punter, so they can do some things back there with him in the gun. They'll send 2 receivers to either side. Luster in the backfield, along with Ponder just to his right. He's going to get it. Drops back 3 steps, looking to throw. Flushed out, now throws it in the end zone, and Mason Riggs goes up, and it's incomplete, overthrown. Both Riggs and the receiver down there. So it'll turnover on downs. No damage done for the Bulldogs as they had the turnover on the botched play, but they're going to get the ball back, however, deep in their own territory.
Good job by this defense. The cliche, bending but not breaking, defines that drive there. Now let's see if they can get back on the regular pattern they have. They've been able to score on their opening drives. So that was the first drive they have not scored on.
Everything looked great until the fumble, until the botched play. Whatever happened up the middle, the running game looked pretty good early on. So here's Elvington under center, and he's going to hand the first man through. Not much yardage there, but Blesseye spins out of a tackle, making something out of nothing, and perhaps he got 2 or 3 yards out of that to the 22-yard line.
A hard-fought 2 or 3 yards. One thing I was talking about with Blesseye earlier, when he got that ball strip, one thing about trying to get those extra yards, you got a lot of arms coming through, a lot of people trying to strip the ball. If he's gonna fight for those yardage, you're gonna have to be sure he hangs on to that ball.
2nd down and 7 coming up after a 3-yard gain by Blesseye. Bulldogs from their own 22-yard line. Elvington goes under center, 2 men in the backfield. Elvington toss left side. That's Austin Lee. Bangs over one defender, and I think the ball's on the turf again.
It is.
And Bell says they have it, and they do. 2 turnovers early in the game, and it's not only just one. Remember, Blesseye put it on the turf early in the game, and they got it back. So 3 fumbles early in this game. 2 of them go to Bells, and 6:56 left to go here in the first quarter.
And we talked about with the weather. It's not wet out there. It's not. The field is dry, so it's either they're not securing it well enough, or Bells has done a good job of getting in there and stripping it away. Either way, you need to secure it.
Bells will take over. 6:56 on the clock here in the first quarter from their own 27-yard line, or from Howe's 27-yard line. This is a swing out pass caught quickly and out of bounds on the near side. And I believe on the catch for Bells, it's going to be Braden Oliver, I believe. It's not Oliver. It's a number we don't have, number 8.
And just a quick out, and they have this no-huddle offense to the line again.
This is going to be a handoff left side. That's Luster up the middle, and a nice play by Campbell again. And also right there was J.C. Helpenstell.
J.C. Helpenstell with a textbook tackle, grabbed him by, hit him right at the waistline, and drug him down.
So 3rd down and about 8 to go. And the Bulldogs trying to once again bend but not break. Ball at the 24. Shotgun Ponder. Looking right. Throws right. Man right. Caught. Luster. He breaks one tackle. It's going to be close to a 1st down, but not enough. It's going to be 4th and short inside the 20. And here they are again back at their 19, 18-yard line.
Same song, different verse here. Bulldogs holding, and now it's going to be 4th down. Almost exactly the same spot it was last drive here. It'll be just a little bit longer, maybe about 2 or 3 yards.
4th down and 2 from the 18 of Howe. Ponder in the gun. Looks left, looks right. Has a white glove on his left hand, no glove on his right hand. Michael Jackson-ish maybe. High snap, brings it down. Looks to throw on a line. It's going to be caught 1st down. And that is Monroe, I believe, on the catch. And it is. So a new set of downs for the Bells Panthers inside striking distance at about the 6 or 7 yard line.
Converted that 4th down, and again they're quick to the line.
Ponder in the gun, drops back 3 steps, wants to throw right side in the end zone now. Lots of room, falling down as a receiver, and a flag down, goes down with it. In coverage over there was Caden Harmon. They're going to call the flag on him.
It was a fade pattern in the corner of the end zone, and Harmon maybe just extended his arm just a tad there, enough to knock the receiver off his route. And pass interference official was right there to throw the flag. First one tonight.
So instead of being 1st and goal at the 6, it'll be 1st and goal now at the 3.
Against the Dogs. 1st down, Panthers.
So ball at the 3 yard line, 2 receivers to either side. Monroe split out wide left, Stevens wide right. Ponder looks wide right, throws, and overshoots Stevens. Incomplete. Pressure coming from up the middle. But the ball falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
On the quarterback.
Pressure there from looks like number 54, Parker Blunt.
We thought that the field conditions would play, against the Bells Panthers a little bit. And here it is played against Howe.
Yeah. It is windy out there, very windy, if you can hear it on the crowd mic.
Ponder looks right, throws the fade route again in the end zone, and this time it's going to be incomplete as juggling the ball is the receiver way out on the far side. And I believe that's Stevens, but it falls incomplete. That's Coughlin, actually, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3.
Jalen Thornton there in coverage, and good job by Thornton. He was kind of beat there back to the corner of the end zone, and he had good catch-up speed, able to get there and at least knock it away, make it tough for the receiver to bring it in.
So here's Bells knocking on the door. 3rd and goal from the Howe 3 yard line. They're always in shotgun. Again, they're the antithesis of the Howe Bulldogs. Ponder drops back 3 steps, looks left side in the end zone. A great catch. Is that a catch? Oh my goodness. What an amazing one-handed grab by Jacob Monroe. Amazing catch. I mean, if you saw C.D. Lamb last week with the Sooners, it was similar to that. He just stuck his paw out there and drug it right back in.
And questionable whether or not he kept his feet in. I guess if we had instant replay, you'd want to review that, but it was a good catch there by Monroe. Just a little quick out pattern there, and Ponder is hitting his receivers right when they come out of the route. He's got good timing with the receivers.
And here's the kicker that we don't have on the roster, so perhaps this is a call-up that we don't know who it is. So it's on the tee. The soccer-style kicker kicks it up, and that one is good. 7-0 Bells in the early lead here at Bulldog Stadium tonight. We have broken the scoreboard. We'll be right back right after this.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Welcome back, as we'll check down with Caroline here in just a little bit. Right now, we're ready for our Tech Wave kickoff, and then we'll give you our Exalt Realty scoring drive recap. This is going to be taken by Arturo Louder from the 30-yard line, and he breaks the seam for a moment. It's going to be brought down shy of midfield at the 43-yard line, and that's where Howe will start. Our Exalt Realty scoring drive recap was 6 plays, 73 yards, and it was a 7-0. Actually, it was a 3-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Monroe from Ponder. And the Panthers take a 7-0 lead with 4:53 on the clock. And that's what Howe has remaining in this first period to try to get some points on the board, heading to the right, our right, to the south end zone. Here's a handoff. Spencer Akins going from one side to the other, cuts it up. He's got a seam for a moment. Got about a 3 or 4 yard loss before he's popped. Or 4-yard gain, rather, before he's popped at about the 47-yard line. Let's check down with Caroline Slauson on the sidelines for the first time tonight. What do you got, Caroline?
Yes, thank you, guys. Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Well, first off on the Monroe score just right there, Coach Jay and all the coaches on the sideline were arguing. I was sitting over right in the end zone with the guys who do the flag, and we also agree that he was not in, but good thing there's no instant replay. But on the weather, I was talking to the referees before the game. Rain doesn't bother them, but lightning does, and we did see lightning off to the east just a little bit ago, so we shall see.
All right, there's a 2-yard loss by Joseph Brennan on the carry, back to the 45-yard line, so it's 3rd and long for the Bulldogs, and Howe trying to just hang on to it tonight.
Yeah, right now, this just isn't the first 3 possessions now are just not going the way of the Bulldogs. You've had 2 fumbles, and now you put yourself in a 3rd and long situation.
Well, you've had 3 overall, 2 lost. And here comes Elvington on 3rd and 9, 2 men in the backfield, and this is going to be Elvington wanting to throw. It's going to be incomplete, looking for Arturo Louder right at the 50. He kind of threw it on top of that ball, and it had a nosedive to it, and Arturo Louder was not able to catch up to that nosedive, and it falls incomplete, and Howe will try to trade the field position here and punt this one away as Jalen Thornton will try to boot it away as he stands at about his 33-yard line.
This is unfamiliar territory for the Bulldogs. Have not trailed at all this season, and even this early in the game.
There's a nice punt, going to go all the way back and touched inside the 21-yard line. Arturo Louder trying to keep it from going in the end zone, and I'm not so sure that I thought the returner touched the football.
I thought he did too, and I thought that's what Arturo Louder was going for. He was going to either recover it or knock it back into the field of play. And Coach Jay is out to the numbers. He's very upset at the call, thinking that should have been a fumble, that the returner touched it.
I am almost certain that the returner touched that football, and Louder was trying to. He didn't see it. He was trying to save the ball from going in the end zone. And now the officials are going to have a discussion about it. But now that discussion quickly ended, as Bells will take the ball at their 20-yard line. There's 3:07 on the clock. I'm almost certain. Now, I've got Mr. Magoo eyes, and I'm way up here, but I thought I saw a receiver or the returner touch that football. Apparently not. Bells has the ball at their own 20-yard line. And Brian Ponder is in shotgun formation with 2 receivers on either side. And this time he has a new man in the backfield, and that's going to be good for a big carry up to about an 8. And he fumbles the football, and this time Howe does have it.
Fumble on the play.
Howe has recovered the football.
Howe finally catches a break.
Devin Porter.
Holy moly, that ball is slick tonight.
Devin Porter with the fumble recoveries, says Stephen Braswell, our spotter.
It was Condor Morris who fumbled.
This is the break you need. You got to fumble right now. You're in Bulldog territory, or you're in Bell's territory, and Bells has the ball.
Oh, whoa.
What happened here?
How did that happen? So, obviously they must have said his knee was down. I don't understand how that happened.
I don't either, because
So I apologize. I just knew that.
I thought that was a clean fumble. I didn't even think his knee had hit the ground yet.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that, but not really any argument here.
And Coach Jay again is upset with the official. I don't know if it's about that call or about something else. I'm not sure.
We
But he
have a
was.
timeout on the field.
Well, it goes for an 8-yard gain by the running back Condor Morris. Our apologies to Morris and his family. He did fumble, but apparently the Panthers were able to either get back on it or his knee was down to begin with. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
2nd down and 2, and we'll talk to Caroline after this play and see what she saw on that non-fumble. As Ponder's in the gun, drops back 3 steps, 5 steps, setting up the screen, and it's going to be caught and dropped. That's a great play over there, and the ball comes loose again. And
they're saying that's down.
Devin Porter, I believe, came up with it. Let's talk to Caroline Slauson. Caroline, what you got for us? Hello.
Caroline, you hear us?
Well, I don't hear her. Maybe we need some AA batteries. We've had AAAs we needed. Here's 3rd down and long. And this is going to be the long home run ball. Hit for Monroe. And that could have been pass interference on the offense, and it is. It was a little push off from Monroe on Joseph Brennan.
Jamie and Thornton.
Yes, guys, I'm sorry.
Hey, there you are.
I'm so sorry.
So tell us what happened on the fumble, non-fumble.
Man, I thought it was still a fumble because I was so Coach Jay was very upset. In fact, he called the head umpire over to talk to him because he is having some heated words with the umpire over here, the referee on our side. He demanded to see the head, and he's not happy. I thought it was a fumble. I was very surprised when I looked back up, and Bell still had the ball.
So it has started raining a little bit here, and now Bells is going to punt on 4th and 8 as the ball rests at about the 22-yard line.
Now this will start to get interesting now that the rain is starting to come down as far as just being able to catch it and hang on to it.
So here's the punt. It's a high one, a wobbly one. It's going to be caught at the 49, coming near side. Jalen Thornton, he's got a seam flag down. 30, spinning out of a tackle and out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. And now Coach Jay is not happy about something else.
I think it was the block. I think you don't think that was a block. I think it's probably going to be like a block in the back.
They're going to get J.D. Thornton, his brother, on the block in the back, apparently.
And Coach Jay, he is hot right now. He is.
I don't think he's ever going to want the Commerce chapter officials again.
He will put in probably a notice tomorrow to say, I don't want to have them on my games, because he has been in their ear since the first drive, maybe second drive.
So they'll back it up as the umbrellas come out. We're hoping for no lightning, but it is starting to rain a little bit here. Just enough for people to put their umbrellas out. Nothing tragic, no torrential rain or anything like that. But it's a spot foul on the holding guard, the block in the back. So they're going to spot the ball right near midfield on the Bell side at the 49-yard line.
49-yard line at Bell.
So now there's 2:12.
Again, Bulldogs have dodged some bullets here on turnovers and whatnot, and so now they have another opportunity to get back to. They're in the game still, but be able to keep this thing a tie ball game.
Well, obviously, and there's another fumble, and Elvington. It's a fumbled snap. Elvington falls on it. Actually, Blesseye officially falls on it, and we've lost some kind of power somewhere.
Something sounds different.
Our crowd mic has lost power. We've lost our crowd mic.
But we're still on.
We're still on, but we've lost our crowd mic. So we need to get that fixed. We need to send Braswell up there. 2nd down and long after the fumble. And this is going to be a handoff straight up the middle. And that's going to be Austin Lee, I believe. And not much doing there, maybe a yard. Luckily, no fumble on the play. We may send Braswell up to see what's going on with our crowd mic because we have no crowd mic. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but we don't have a crowd mic.
I might as well.
This is a night full of technical issues, is it not, Monty?
Boy, it is. This is something else. We've needed AAA batteries. We may need AA batteries. Our crowd mic went out because of the rain. We'll have to see if we can move it back underneath. And here is a toss, left side, Cameron Blesseye looking for the far corner, bangs over a defender and down at the 43-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but we need to check that crowd mic with the rain going. The ball at the 43. Fourth down for Howe.
Cameron Blesseye there on that pitch. That's the most running room he's had pretty much all night. They've been able to keep him at bay, keep all these running backs at bay.
4th and 3 for the Dogs. 34, 33, 32 seconds. They've got to run one more play here on 4th down and 3 on the Bell side of the field at the 42-yard line. Handoff right side, barely over a defender, and a first down. Is Austin Lee or is that Mason Riggs?
Austin Lee.
It is Lee for a first down and a huge run right there to the 36-yard line.
Austin Lee, pounding his way up that interior line, doing what he does best, and then a much-needed first down, at least just for the morale of this team right now, for the spirit of this team to kind of get back up and get going again, as that may have been the last play of the first quarter.
Well, I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
1st and 10 for Howe after a huge run. Welcome to the second quarter. It is 7-0. The Bells Panthers in the lead. Howe perhaps knocking on the door, but it's going to have to start hanging on to the football. Here's Elvington, and he's in trouble, in jail, and knocked down. The play took too long to develop, as it looked like it was going to be a counter, but there just was too much. There was too much going on, too fast, and Bells got through too quick. 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there on that counter misdirection, and Elvington for the second time tonight just got hammered before he could really do anything. Loss of 1 on the play, and this defense is doing a pretty good job at keeping doing a real good job there at keeping Bulldogs not be able to get much yardage here.
2nd down and 11. This is a toss to Austin Lee, who's got a seam for a moment to the 30 and down right there. A nice gain of maybe 6 or 7 yards to the 30-yard line.
It seemed like they're starting to get a little bit of room on the outside. A little room on the outside. We saw the pitch on Blesseye over the left side, and we see the Austin Lee with the pitch out here on the left side. 3rd down and about 5.
So now the ball, and we got some popping going on. I don't know if that's rain hitting our crowd mic or not. Something to do with our crowd mic. So 3rd down and 5 coming up, and this is going to be a toss near side, and that's Joseph Brennan, and he lowers the one shoulder but gets hammered at the 28-yard line. And
Brennan
we are once again losing power on our crowd mic. I don't get it. 4th down and short coming up, and we've got a little bit of interference there.
Are we good?
Oh, my goodness. What a night. What a night.
The Bulldogs are having trouble in the field. We're having trouble in the press box.
Goodness. 4th down and short. Man in motion is Aikens and another fumbled snap. And this time it's going to be picked up by Elvington, who lunges forward and might get a yard. Not enough for the first on 4th down, and Bells is going to turn him away here and take the ball over deep inside their own territory at about the 26-yard line.
Elvington dropped the ball, got it. That lunge you saw was Austin Lee pushing him forward to try to get him across the first down marker, but it was an unsuccessful push. Ball goes over to Bells. And, again, this offense is just having a hard time just getting going here.
So right now there's 10:16 on the clock in the second quarter. Is that – well, I think it's a bad wire. It's a bad wire is what it is. And here's a toss near side, and this is going to be Cameron Blesseye. They did give him a first down.
Wow, I didn't think they got it to him. So
Blesseye, after, boy, I tell you, what a strange night this is. I have never had a strange night like this one. They're going to give him, Elvington, a first down on the snap, and then Blesseye picks up the big 8-yarder on first down, and we have got all kinds of problems up here, and it's really hard to hear. So ball at the 16-yard line. And another fumble snap. This time it's picked up by Lee. Run up the middle. Has a seam to the 5. Down at the 3-yard line.
Almost just as you draw it up. And then we got a little some extracurricular back here in the backfield.
Well, we had one guy just being plowed over by 2 Bulldogs way back behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Helpenstell and Parker Blunt continuing their blocks all the way back to about the 30-yard line.
So Howe with a first and goal. At the 3-yard line. Unbelievable.
But yeah, Austin Lee picked up that fumble snap there and ran right out the middle for a nice gain.
Aikens in the backfield. Handoff left side. Cameron Blesseye. He's in. It is touchdown time in Texas for the Howe Bulldogs. A PAT will tie it with 9:04 left to go in the second quarter.
Good job here by the Bulldogs with all the adversity they've been facing here at least in that first quarter with a couple of fumbles. Almost didn't convert a 4th down, fumble snaps, and able to march the ball down the field and get a touchdown here. Hopefully maybe that's the momentum they need.
Again, 9:04 on the clock. Callie Vick's PAT is up, and it's going to be short, and that's going to be no good. 7-6, Howe trails Bells, and we'll be back right after this timeout.
I'm attorney Micah Bell.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
It's in that other bag. It's in my bag at home.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back. Chaos is what it is. It's chaos. Callie Vick will bang this one away. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line up the hash and going to be brought down immediately by a Howe Bulldog at about the 33-yard line. And that's where the Bells Panthers will take over. Howe with a nice drive there. We are going to call it 8 plays. And we're going to call it 49 yards on the Exalt Realty scoring drive recap That was the Tech Wave kickoff. At least we got that right so far. We're going to try to move our crowd mic. We think we have a short in our mic wire. We think that's what the problem is. So, what a night. First down and 10. Ponder wants to throw, and it's going to be caught. And I believe that's Wrangler Priest on the catch, and he's going to be good for maybe 8 yards. They're actually going to spot him at the 40, so not enough. He must have stepped out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 4. A 6-yard gain up to the 40-yard line.
The Bulldogs are trying not to give him the big play. Problem is they're leaving him about at least 5 yards between them and the receiver, and the receiver is just taking what they can give him. The quarterback is too.
2nd down and 4 coming up as Ponder is in the gun, as he always is. High snap, brings it down, looks left, throws left, caught left, and not enough for a first down, I don't believe. Maybe 3 yards. And it's going to be caught by Monroe, which will set up a 3rd down and very short inches situation, perhaps.
3rd and short, for Bells. And so far the rain is still coming down. It's still about the same pace it has been before. Not coming down really even harder. Hadn't let up though either, but it hadn't stopped the Bells so far.
3rd down and very short. As we have Ponder in the gun. Drops back, quickly throws right, and that one's going to be great defense and maybe intercepted. And I believe
that is Mason Riggs.
It is. Mason Riggs picks it off.
Mason Riggs right there with his man. Just right there inside his uniform and the ball. And we talked about Ponder. He's throwing that ball as they're coming out of that route, and Riggs was waiting right there with the receiver and able to just kind of wrestle it away from him. But again, another turnover here by Bells for the Bulldogs, and Bulldogs had the ball in Panther territory at the 43-yard line.
What a slop fest game this is so far, but hey, we'll take it. The Bulldogs need to score here before the half for sure. Elvington wipes his hands, and another busted play, and this one a fumbled snap again, and all the coaches are looking straight at the ground. They just cannot believe that they can't get a snap.
And I wonder that's got to be a slick ball, or surely it's not a center quarterback exchange.
At some point, do you just go to the gun with Krantz and just say, hey, we got to make a switch here because we can't make a snap, and you got to just figure out what are we going to do. And Elvington's going to go back after a 2-yard loss back to the 45-yard line, and this is going to be a toss near side. And when they get it, it's good, and that's going to be Austin Lee on the carry near the 40 up to the 41-yard line.
And I think we got a flag here on the far sideline over there by Bells.
So we'll check the flag, and this one perhaps is coming back.
There's a pitch out there to Lee, who got a little bit of running room, but it would be 3rd and long if the penalty didn't even happen. So let's see what the call is. Looks like a block below the waist against the Bulldogs. So that will drop them back into their own territory. They're going to be – the officials continue to keep marching back. Looks like it's going to be spotted about the 40-yard line. The Bulldog, their own 40-yard line. So it's going to be that's going to be 10, 20, about 2nd down and 27 if my math is correct here for the Bulldogs. Moving right to left, 7:20 to go here in the first half. Bells leading 7-6.
Elvington under center, and he's going to hand off up the middle. And another fumble by Cameron Blesseye, and I believe the Bulldogs were able to get on top of this one. The Bells Panthers say no, they've got it. No indication from the officials yet.
I think Bulldogs hung on to it, yeah, but Blesseye hadn't had a lot of ball security issues. Blesseye hadn't had a lot of ball security issues coming into this game, but tonight he's had, 3 fumbles, I believe? Lost one of them? So 3rd and 25 to go here for the Howe Bulldogs. And let's see what's in the playbook here for 3rd and 25.
So ball at the 41-yard line. Elvington under center, man in motion. Elvington wants to throw. Gets the snap. Now he's under pressure. He's going to have to tuck it and run. And he's slung down at about the 38-yard line on 3rd. What was 3rd and very, very, very long.
25.
Now is 4th and probably 28. So we're still working on our.
Yeah, he dropped back to pass there looking for somebody down, looking for don't know if that was Campbell downfield, but one of the receivers, and there was nobody open, and he was getting a pretty good pass rush there and ended up just getting taken for the loss. So be 4th and probably about, says the scoreboard says 25. I think it's farther than that. So it'll be punt time here with Jalen Thornton back to punt.
And here's the punt. It's going to be a fair catch called for at about the 25-yard line. And at the 30-yard line, Parker Blunt is going to officially kill it. And Bells will take over at their own 30-yard line. And let's see what we got here. We still have an issue.
Have you ever done play-by-play bent over underneath the table trying to?
Never.
Yes, that's what he was doing on this last drive.
We've got what we have here is a crowd mic issue. So we will have to do without that tonight. Maybe we'll open the doors. Maybe we can get some crowd. So here is Ponder in the gun at his own 30. It's hard to chart the game when you're working on everything else, and this is a catch out to the far side. That's going to be good for about 3 yards. Whew. My, oh, my.
And wrestled out of bounds there on the short. Again, they're just kind of dinking and dunking here, just working these sidelines, just on little out patterns. Again, Bulldogs are the DBs are giving them plenty of space between them and the receivers. They don't want to get beat on the big play.
Here's 2nd down and about 8 yards as Ponder's in the gun, drops back 3 steps, looks right in the flats. It's going to be caught. He bobbled it for a moment, and the ball's on the turf. Howe may have it. There's a fight for it and a scramble for it. Howe has the football at the 30-yard line. It is Fumble Fest City 2018.
Wow, this is not a coach's clinic for how to hang on to the ball.
I have never seen anything like this.
And looks like we got a man down. Maybe not.
5:48 on the clock. And I don't know how many fumbles and turnovers we have had in tonight's football game, but I have never seen anything like this.
A very unofficial count here, 4 turnovers. Now, we've fumbled the ball more than that, but as far as official count, 2 turnovers by each team so far.
Unbelievable.
But I believe that was Mason Riggs, who was right there in cover 2, may have knocked it away. And we see Devin Porter coming off to the sidelines.
Holy moly. What a night. What a night. What a night. Here's a handoff, and Elvington barely gets it to Blesseye, who runs straight up the middle. Blesseye shot out of a cannon right up the middle. By the time Elvington finally got the snap turned around, he barely got it in his stomach in time.
Oddly enough, that was actually a cleaner snap than all the other ones that have gone on the ground. He grabbed that one, and then, as soon as Blesseye just blew by him, he was able to put it in his gut there and get upfield for about 5 yards. As the clock continues to churn, Bulldogs trying to maybe get a lead here to go into the locker room.
Brennan in the backfield along with Lee, and Lee gets the toss near side. He's got some room. He turns his legs, and he's got a 1st down and more at about the 16-yard line, perhaps.
Number 55, Ben Branham had a hand on the back of Lee's jersey and just kind of hung on for dear life, but Lee was able to get away from that and get up for another for a 1st down, enough yardage there. So again, Bulldogs running game looked like it's starting to kind of open up a little bit as long as they get these quarterback snap exchanges.
As long as they can hang on to the football, they're doing all right.
Yeah.
Elvington under center, handoff Blesseye right up the middle, 2 yards, 3 yards as he lowers his shoulder.
Again, that interior line, as far as inside, right between the 2 guards, that's been kind of tough for the Bulldogs here, but it's starting to open up a little bit on this drive.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 7 for the Bulldogs.
You got to think the Bulldogs are going to try to churn this clock down as much as they can and maybe come out with a score.
Here's a toss near side. Austin Lee fighting for yardage. He's in. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Austin Lee, I don't think he's had trouble hanging on to the ball tonight.
4:32 on the clock, and Howe takes their first lead of the night, 12-7. Hang on to that football, Bulldogs.
And we talk about the adversity they've been facing with the ball, not being able to hang on to the ball. The last 2 drives, Bulldogs have been able to get something going now. Maybe this is the momentum they need. You see the coaches getting in these guys' faces and kind of telling them, let's go, come on. we've been down, but we're back. We're still in this ball game.
So now the all-important 2-point conversion for Howe to try to get back on the schedule track. Elvington goes under center, and he is going to sneak it over. He's in. 2-point conversion for Howe, and the Bulldogs now have a 7-point lead, 14-7. What a crucial 2-point conversion. That perhaps could be later on down the road. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have more Bulldog football.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, as we have officially ditched the crowd mic.
It's probably a good thing we're on the radio, not TV. If you can see, imagine everything that's going on behind the scenes here.
I've never been a part of anything like this. Here's Callie Vick. What a night. She bangs this one away, and it's going to get past the up man, Monroe, who picks it up at about the 10, rolls left, trying to find a seam. He does. He breaks loose, and now he's finally drugged down from behind. That one was bad tackling and a lot of things going on right there, but Bells gets it back up, crosses the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Monroe with the return there, a chance for the Bulldogs to pin him way back, and somehow he was able to get out of jail there, get out of that mess, and give them really reasonable field position here for at their own 31-yard line.
1st and 10 for Bells. Moving left to right. And I think the crowd mic might have had too much rain. That may have been – I may have to get a new crowd mic next week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, it's always something. 1st and 10. Ponder wants to throw left side. That's going to be Monroe, and he makes the catch, trying to spin away again, and he does for a moment, but only for about 2 or 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 is coming up for Bells. Howe does a pretty nice job there. 4:11 left on the clock here in the second quarter, leading the Bells Panthers 14-7. And it has been ugly, a slop fest. It's been ugly down there. It's been ugly up here. It's been ugly everywhere.
Well, this just tells you right here that every game is not going to go as planned, production-wise, broadcast-wise, and game-wise. And you just kind of got to roll with the punches and adjust.
2nd down and 7. Ponder wants to throw, looking across the middle, now has a man, and it's going to be knocked down. A great play by Mason Riggs. He puts his left paw on it. He made a great read to the football and got his hand on it to knock it away. It was going to be complete to Stevens, but Mason Riggs turned on the jets and knocked that ball away. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Riggs was reading that all the way here. Yeah, you're able to get that left hand over there to knock it. I just saw a glimpse of Sigleski get up and almost do the splits as he jumped up in the air. It was like 1 foot behind him, like he was running. It was the cheerleaders probably would be impressed with the flexibility Sigleski showed. But yeah, good job there by Riggs to knock that down. 3rd and what we say, looking 8 now.
3rd, so probably a long 7.5 as Riggs checks out. Spencer Akins checks in, and he's mano-a-mano with Coughlin. And it looks like Ponder wants to throw again. Pumps right side, and now is under pressure. He's going to be forced to throw down the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted. Elijah Campbell knocks it away. Another great play by the Howe secondary. Good. If you wanted to know about the Howe secondary, you're getting a pretty good glimpse tonight.
Good coverage there. That was just great coverage there by the Bulldogs. You were rushing 3, drop back 8, and yeah, you had that secondary back there, Louder and Thornton back there. Doing a good job of just keeping the receivers in front of them, and made Ponder have to really check down, go through all his progressions, and throw it into a tight window.
Speaking of Louder and Thornton, they're back to receive this punt, a low line drive kick. Louder wants to take it. He fumbles it. He picks it right back up at the 37-yard line, runs right. He escapes and spins, and he's going to be knocked down at the 41-yard line. And that's where Howe will start their next series at their own 41 after the punt with 3:15 left to go before half.
Perfect opportunity now here for the Bulldogs. Ball in their own 42-yard line, 3:15 to go. This running game is starting to get resurrected. Now, I hope I didn't jinx it by saying that. You get some clean snaps, and be able to maybe score here by the end of the half. Don't give Bells any time to score. Bells any time to do anything on the field at the end of the first half. You
know, what we do have is a crowd mic down there is Caroline Slauson, and we may just let her leave hers on. First down and 10, and this is going to be a toss near side. Cameron Blesseye, hang on to that football, young man, and he does, and he's going to gain about 4 yards up to the 45-yard line. While we're talking about Caroline, what do you got down there?
Can she hear us?
Yeah, I can. I can hear. I had to turn my mic on. I'm so sorry. I was over here talking to Miss Kendall Catching, our homecoming queen. But, man, this rain, I tell you, it's not soft. This defense is doing incredible. I know you can see it from up there, but they're not giving up.
Well, maybe I should take it back about leaving her sideline mic on because it's raining.
Well, y'all know I've got a cover on it. So.
Elvington fumbles the snap again. He grabs it out of the air, and he's in trouble. And this time he just scrambles around the left edge. And, boy, I tell you what, the coaching staff's going to talk about the snaps at halftime, as that's going to be a yard loss back to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, these snaps, you got again, I don't know if that's just the wet ball or if that's just something with the quarterback and center. Your center is 54, Parker Blunt. Now we got shotgun.
Shotgun. This is Krantz. He's going to run left side. He's got a seam, and he's going to struggle and fight his way near the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line. So a gain of about 2 or 3 will bring up a fourth and about 2 or 3.
I like that call right there. We hadn't seen Krantz tonight. Put him in that shotgun and just let him use some of his speed and his athleticism. He got around that left side. Got him a few yards, but he's going to be 3 yards short, and I assume this is punting territory.
Well, with no indication of a punt team yet, they may call a timeout, and they will. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
Jalen Thornton's punt is going to be a high one, and it's going to bounce towards the end zone, trying to kill it before it does, and it does. Joseph Brennan gets down there and kills it at about the 6-yard line, so a nice job on a gross and net punt there by Jalen Thornton, and a great job down the field.
Would that be the hidden yardage Parcells talks about sometimes?
Yes, sir.
Pin them deep in their own territory, 1:47 to go. Bells with 3 timeouts in their back pocket. These last couple of drives, the Bulldogs have been able to get some pressure that we talked about they needed to get. Been able to do that on defense, and see if they can do that here on this drive.
1:47 on the clock.
The rain continues to come down.
Bonder in shotgun formation will stand with his heels on the end zone stripe, and they're going to hand off right up the middle, and lots of running room up the middle, and that's going to be a big gainer for Conklin up to about the 25-yard line.
Gives them a little bit of breathing room. It's the spread offense, that's what it does. It spreads your DBs out and kind of leaves that interior a little bit open there, and they're using it right now with that running game.
Here's quickly Ponder is going to hand off again. Conklin left side, spreading it out And this time a great play by Sam Akins to cut the corner, but Coughlin somehow breaks that tackle and gets close to the out-of-bounds marker. I'm not sure if he got out or not, but it's going to be spotted near the 30-yard line, a gain of about 5 or so. They'll spot it somewhere about the 31.
Good job there by Spencer Akins.
Did I say Sam? Oh, gosh. Every week. Spencer Akins. Goodness.
But good pursuit there by Akins on that one.
Thanks for correcting me. Second down and about 5 here. And they're going to hand off Coughlin again. Men at the line of scrimmage, a great play. And I believe that's Carson Grogan up the middle. Let me check and make sure that is. And it is. We talked to Carson Grogan. He talked about his dad was a killer when he played for the Howe Bulldogs back in 1991. He was a good cornerback. I'll give you that for sure. 3rd down and 6 coming up after the Carson Grogan tackle there. Right now, there's 58 seconds on the clock and rolling.
And they don't seem to be in a hurry.
They are not in a hurry at all.
It's 3rd down right now. Now, Bulldogs have 1 timeout.
I think they're going to take it down to 1 on the play clock, call a timeout, which will leave about 42 seconds. And I believe that's what they're going to do. Timeout's been called. 40 seconds on the clock remaining before the half. We're going to take 1-2. We'll be right back right after this.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
3rd down and 6 coming up. Here's Ponder in the gun, drops back, looks across the middle. Now he can't find a receiver, now does, throws across, and it's going to be incomplete. In coverage was Jalen Thornton trying to hit his receiver, which is Bo Baker, and it falls incomplete, bringing up a 4th down and 6. There's 34 seconds remaining on the clock, and that's why they ran it down to 1, to try to take some time off the clock so the Bulldogs wouldn't have time to score right before the half. Now, the Bulldogs, you know what they're going to do. They're going to try to run the football. Either that or they're going to be content with the lead, and if they can get a snap, just take a knee. Here's the punt. It's going to be a low liner kick, and the Bulldogs are just going to let it roll. And Joseph Brennan takes a look at it. He gets shoved in the back by Ponder, actually, and they're going to kill it at the 37-yard line. And man, oh man.
Well, we've never seen a hurry-up offense by the Bulldogs. Of course, they hadn't really had to show it this season so far. But I'm going to guess right now, with the rain and with the luck they've had, that they're probably going to need this. Take a knee right now and go into the locker room.
I would think so as well. There's 25 seconds on the clock. And I would be content with just going to the locker room with a lead right here. Don't mess around. Let's see what we got at half. Make some adjustments, dry the ball, maybe put some air in it, do whatever you got to do so you can hang on to it. It's 1st down and 10. And here come the Bulldogs, and what I would imagine would be knee time. But there's 2 men in the backfield, and now they call a timeout. Howe calls a timeout. Interesting call there. We'll take 1-2 quickly. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel.
We come back on 1st and 10 after Bell's called a timeout. And now they're going to take a knee. And you would think they would. Elvington gets the snap, takes a knee. And 2019, that's going to be the final play of the first half. And how I would think with everything that's happened, with all the fumbles and all the turnovers and everything that's been so sloppy in this game, with the rain and with everything, I think Howe's got to be happy with a 14-7 lead going into the locker room.
Oh, they've got to be thrilled, and Bells is really probably going to be kicking themselves for not have a bigger lead at this point. Yeah. They've had the opportunities as well.
Yeah, both teams have had opportunities, but I tell you what, it's been a sloppy, ugly, messy, nasty, ugly, everything you can imagine game, even up here. And Coach Jay's still talking to the officials, and he's not happy about them. He does. I'm telling you,
he's toned down since that first quarter. But yeah, that first quarter he was hot.
Well, Caroline Slauson is making her way up. You guys are going to have a halftime show. She's going to be soaking wet because it's raining out there. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, it'll be the halftime show with Caroline and Justin White. We'll be right back right after this.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs halftime show. Now let's join Justin White and Caroline Slauson.
Justin.
Hello.
My goodness.
What a night so far.
What a night. On and off. I'm trying to
I was about to say, in the broadcast booth, out on the field, I mean, everywhere,
yes.
we're flying by the seat of our pants.
Yes, I am trying to get situated here, so while I'm doing that, just thoughts on the first half.
Monty said it best. It's been a sloppy first half for both teams, really. There's been fumbles, multiple fumbles. Both teams have turned the ball over, again, unofficially, I believe, twice. Yeah. Each team has fumbled the ball or turned the ball over twice, but there have been more fumbles than that. It's probably been at least 7 or 8 times the ball has at least come out, always recovered by the team that fumbled. So there's that. Quarterback center exchanges have been a really big issue. They seem to kind of shore that up there close to the end of the first half. And one thing the Bulldogs too had to adjust to there was playing from behind. They're used to getting the ball and driving down the field on the first play and jumping out to big leads. They've done that the last 2 weeks, scoring at least on their first two possessions. They went out to a 27-0 lead last week against S&S. They went on a 14-0 lead a couple weeks ago against Ponder. But tonight on the first drive, they fumbled it, gave it to Bells. Bells drives down the field and scores. And we see a little bit of that air raid type of that offense. They're slinging the ball over just like a 7-on-7 here, and then occasionally run the ball at the middle. So they had the Bulldogs on their heel that first drive. It looks like Coach Zagleski has made some defensive adjustments and made it a little bit more difficult for Bells here, at least that second quarter they did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely no expert at all, but I can tell you that despite this weather and despite the ball issues being wet and everything, this defense is not giving up. They have made stop after stop after stop, and it's been really fun to watch down there. And the rain is picking up. So
yeah, it's come down. It's not just like a monsoon out there, but it's enough to kind of
it's a steady
to obstruct your view and just kind of get on your nerves a little bit
and mess the crowd back up. So
yeah, mess that up. So Bulldogs lead here 14-7 here at the half. Justin White alongside with Caroline Slauson.
What are going into the second half? What are some things that really that you think they're going to talk about changing? I mean, they can't change the weather,
right?
So, what are some things that they can't in their power that they can change? Do you think?
Well, a couple of keys that I had to the game tonight. One of them, and I'll kind of go over them and we can kind of reflect on those. One of them was just sound defense. With throwing the ball, they were going to need to get pressure on Ponder, which, again, they started doing that later on, and then open field tackling. They've done, again, that's something that they're at the beginning. They had a couple of missed tackles, but they seem like they've done a pretty good job of being able to make good, crisp tackles and not allow them to have extra yardage. Of time of possession, run the ball, and keeping their offense on the sidelines. I give them probably about a B- right now on that. I'm trying to
Monty, thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was Monty.
That was.
And then fourth quarter of football. We last couple of weeks we just talked about was starting out hot, starting out on with good drives, scoring, good defense, and then by about the third or fourth quarter, teams are starting to kind of figure out Howe's rushing attack. They start to kind of find cracks in this defense, and the Bulldogs don't have to hang on, but they're not able to just relax at the end of games. But tonight, all that's out the window tonight.
Yeah, we've talked.
They got their hands full.
Yeah, I know you guys have talked the past 2-3 weeks that Howe hasn't really faced a passing team. How do you think they're doing against Bells, who they like to pass?
Well, like I said, I think they've made adjustments. You can tell that they've started to do stuff. They're starting to blitz a little bit more. One thing I've noticed with their down linemen, they're not all down in a 3-point stance. They're standing up, and then they'll rush some of their linebackers, dropping back, and so they're disguising their coverages and disguising their blitzes here, and I think that's kind of keeping Ponder a little bit off balance.
Well, we've got. I talked to Miss Liss and Miss Cook down there, and the band will not be playing halftime, so it's going to be maybe a little longer halftime than we're used to. But how about we take a break? We'll come back with some scores around the area.
Let's do it.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs halftime show. Now let's join Justin White and Caroline Slauson.
Ooh, did you hear that scream?
Yeah, I heard that.
That sounded like Halloweenish. We are back at Bulldogs Stadium, 14-7 at the halftime. I'm Caroline, along with Justin White, here with some scores around the area. The good news is my app's working fully this week. Are you getting all the scores on yours?
I'm getting mine. Are you doing the district?
I can do the district, yes, sir. So we'll start out with Bonham. Bonham playing tonight in Leonard against the Tigers. First quarter, 3:34 is the last score I have. 14-0. The Warriors on top of Tigers in that one. Commerce playing on the road tonight in Community. I do not have a score for that one because they are in a delay. According to Fox Sports Southwest app. Van Alstyne Panthers versus Anna Coyotes. I believe it's Anna's homecoming this week.
I wonder if there's any kind of there's got to be some kind of a rivalry, kind of like the Silver Spear type is with Van Alstyne.
I thought the same thing too, but apparently not. I could be very wrong about that though. Van Alstyne playing Anna into the first quarter. Van Alstyne up on the Coyotes 6-0.
Sorry, that's got to be a delay. It's
yeah,
been a delay game at the end of the first quarter still.
Got to be. So looking at Pottsboro, did we go over Pottsboro? Cooper Bulldogs on the road in Rains tonight, which of course Rains Wildcats are in our district. 27-0, 7 minutes 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Cooper on top of Rains in that one, and Pottsboro finally rounding up the district. Pottsboro at home tonight against Munster. 1 minute 25 seconds. 1 minute 25 seconds left in the first half. 33-14, Munster on top of Pottsboro.
Munster won state championship last year. Howe played them last year, and they're a really good team. And Pottsboro's figuring that out pretty quickly as well. And as the rain is starting to kind of, is it me or is the rain starting to pick up a little bit more tonight or now?
I believe it is. I heard it when the door opened here. I heard it. It sounded a little bit heavier than. So I am much forward looking to going back out there.
This is where I'm glad I'm in the press box.
Yeah, I bet. Did you have any games like this last year?
No, unfortunately, I did not. It threatened a couple of times, kind of like last week, but it never did precipitation. Let me see. I got some from around the area. Some of these are bigger schools. I'm just kind of going that are nearby. Denison leading Frisco Lebanon, I believe that is 41-0 at the half. Argyle Liberty leading Salina 19-14. That is at the half. In delay, Prosper up on Flower Mound 17-0. Christian Pierce and McKinney High are in a delay. They're tied at 7 though. Frisco Liberty and Sherman 16-0. Sherman leading Frisco Liberty in the second quarter. 21-3 Gunter up on Whitesboro. Bonham we talked about in our district 14-0. Let's see, Chico trailing Era 21-7. Pilot Point up on Aubrey 7-0. That's in the first quarter. A lot of these games are kind of in the first quarter, which makes you think that there was a delay.
A lot of delay, yeah.
Collinsville 8-0 up on S&S. That's in the second quarter. Como Picton and Whitewright 0-0 at the end of one. Celeste up on Blue Ridge 7-0. That's in the first quarter. Munster we talked about 33-14, and a final from. Monty is still playing with the
stop touching
with the crowd mic. Still trying to get that working maybe for the second half. And then also a final from last night. Louisville defeats McKinney Boyd 34-21. That was a final from last night.
You know, after playing S&S last week and them ending the game, I think with 11 or 12 injured players last week, you gotta wonder how they're feeling this week.
Oh well, yeah, they've got to have had to call up some JV players.
Hey, ain't nothing. That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. They're still in a chance.
Yeah, giving those guys those younger kids some opportunities.
Well, we'll take a break and come back here to Bulldog Stadium with Justin and Monty when we get back.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakin-Stater on the stop.
Welcome back. We're at Bulldog Stadium. We have a special guest with us for the moment. He can't stay up here all night, but Jackson Atkins is with us tonight. Jackson, you've been JV, you've been varsity, up, down. You don't know where you're going, which week, I'm sure. Talk about that and how hard is it to prepare for when you don't know whether you're going to be varsity or JV?
It's tough. I mean, I have to learn the plays for both teams, know the players and stuff.
How hard is it to be a sophomore in there with some of the older guys?
They hit a lot harder, that's for sure. But
have you blended in well with the group of the older kids?
Yes, sir.
So how is JV going? When you're playing the JV, you're playing center, nose guard. How's that going?
It's going pretty good. We're doing a lot better on defense than offense, that's for sure.
Well, talk about the deep. Which is more fun for you?
I like defense a lot more.
So it's a nose guard that you like?
Yes, sir. The last game, our linebacker got hurt, so they moved me to middle linebacker, and it looks like I'm going to be playing there for a bit.
Well, hey, look at that, the new middle linebacker. You've been watching this game, you tell me, and this has been kind of a sloppy football game. It's raining out there. It's raining kind of hard right now. What's your assessment of this football game?
Defense is going pretty good. There were definitely some questionable calls with the refs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been one of those games that nobody's going to be happy on either side because it's been so sloppy from both sides. We're going to take a quick timeout. Thank you, Jackson Atkins, for joining us here in the press box here at halftime. We're going to take a quick one. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome back. After that quick timeout, we have none other than the homecoming queen, Kendall Ketching, with a big smile on her face. How's it feel?
I feel really honored and just happy to be here right now.
So you got the crown in hand and everything? Yeah. And it's not going to rain on your parade, huh?
Oh, never.
So talk about it. What was the feeling like when you got named?
I was really shocked. I love all the girls on the court, and so I was just really shocked to hear my name called, and it was just a great feeling.
So senior year, you've pretty much done it all. Talk about everything you're involved in.
I'm the senior class president, student council president, the NHS treasurer. I'm the FFA president, and I'm also vice president of Area 5 FFA.
So the FFA is really kind of what you hang your hat on. I know you're the drum major and all of that, but
yes,
your
sir.
family's been involved in livestock and ranching and things like that. Talk about that growing up in your family.
Growing up in the agriculture industry has been amazing. It's taught me so much and so many values, and it's something I've taken into high school and really enjoyed doing. And just the FFA has really helped me advocate for that even more, and I've just really loved it all.
So how glad are you that the homecoming ceremonies and all of that isn't taking place at halftime tonight?
I'm actually really glad. When we first walked out of the house, Jory Siebold was with me, and we were like, oh gosh, it's raining. And she goes, well, at least it won't be that hot. But it's really good that it's not in the rain, because all the girls had those pretty dresses on, and so.
So you got escorted by your dad.
Oh, yes, sir.
How thrilling was that for you?
That was thrilling. I love doing things with my dad. I've always looked up to him, and so just getting to do something with him was really fun.
Well, that is our homecoming queen, Kendall Ketching. Congratulations
Thank you
on
very
everything
much.
that you do. You have a bright future ahead of you.
Thank you.
That's our homecoming queen, Howe High School 2018, Kendall Ketching. And we will take another quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Welcome back to the halftime show. We're gonna try the crowd mic. It's kind of popping and cutting and wheezing, and we may end up turning it off because you hear that.
I'm not on. Okay, here we go. I hear it, and it's not as bad as it was, but it's. You can hear the.
Something.
It's sniffling and.
Yeah, it's got some kind of a. And I know the people listening back home, they don't give two craps about our crowd mic, but you know what? Oh well, sorry. And this is internet. I guess I can say that word. I hope. Sure, it's not a dirty word, right?
No.
Anyway, it's been that kind of a night.
It has. Like I said, it was. If people could see us, all the rustling around and You're bending over, getting something underneath the desk, calling a play, going back under, plugging in a cord, coming back up.
Our computer wanted to restart right at game time. Are you kidding me? Yeah, an update. It's just one thing right after another tonight. But nobody really cares about that. What they care about when they're tuning in is the football game. And we got a really good game, a tight game, but it's just been really, really ugly. And, you know, we're talking about a game in the first half that's had a fumble on the first drive, and then a turnover on downs, and then a fumble, and then we had a touchdown pass from Ponder to Monroe, and then we had a punt, and then we had what looked like a fumble, but it ended up being a recovery and a punt, and then we had what looked like to be a fumble, but then a 3-yard touchdown by Blesseye, and then an interception by Riggs, and then a punt, and then a touchdown by Austin Lee, and then a punt, then a punt, then a punt, then a turnover on downs, and here we go to the second half. And man alive,
I don't know how we'll match that excitement.
What a battle! And it appears that the are we getting anything out of that? I don't think we are. I don't think we're going to get anything out of that. Well,
you can still hear a little bit though.
Yeah, I think we're going to.
Without it, I mean.
I think we're going to bring that sucker down. We may have to tell Stephen Braswell to go ahead and bring that mic down. The Bulldogs are back out on the field, and we're going to go ahead and kill that and make sure that we don't have an issue there.
All right.
So the Bulldogs are back out on the field. Bells will receive to start the second half. And we will see if the Bulldogs can maybe hang on to the football a little bit more here in the second half, because they're going to have to. We're going to have to bring that down. Might as well just bring it down. It's still popping and cracking, and it's just one of those things. Our spotter Stephen Braswell he's working his tail off going up and down these stairs. I tell you,
he earned his paycheck. He's been our gopher tonight, having to.
He certainly has. Here's the kick by Callie Vick. It's going to be a high pooch kick, going to be called for and returned by one of the up men, trying to scuttle his way out and find the corner, and does, but only gains maybe a couple of yards after the return, which will set the ball up at about the 36-yard line, and that's where Bells will start this second half.
It was Austin Perkins with the short return. But yeah, Bulldogs here on again, these last couple of drives, they've been kind of making it a little bit more difficult for Ponder back there, for Brian Ponder, and see if they've made any other adjustments here in the second half.
First down and 10, left to right for Ponder, and he drops back and wants to throw that wet ball, and that's going to be incomplete. Looking for Monroe on the near side, and it falls incomplete. That ball looks like it's getting pretty heavy.
And too, I saw a Ponder kind of shake his hand a little bit just to kind of almost try to dry it off. He's got a towel behind, tucked into his pants in his backside there, and so he rubs that after each play, or at least after that play.
Second down and 10. And they throw the ball off, the wet ball off, but they don't throw it far enough, and it rolls and rolls and rolls. There's a handoff near side Coughlin, and he's got a lot of room right up the middle. He's got 9 yards up to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be not enough for a first, but very close, maybe a yard shy. They open it up, and that's what they do here, is just open that sucker up and run those lanes.
And that's what they may have to go to a little bit more here in the second half. And they had some fairly decent success with the run game in the first half. But with the conditions like it is, they may have to rely on that, rely on Luster, their running back, more than they usually do.
So third down and 1. Again, moving left to right, shy of midfield at the 46. Dyson Dillard made contact and went across. And that will be a first down, as we've seen Dillard do that a couple of times, be drawn off sides, and they got him right there. So they'll move the sticks. Ponder thought it was a free play, and he just kind of threw it on down the field to Monroe, a headsy play just in case.
Yeah, I think say just in case that they decide not to do that.
They called this against Bells
a false start.
I've seen this several times tonight where you think it's one thing, and it turns out to be something else. So they'll back it up to the 40 on the penalty against Bells. So now It's third down. Instead of 1, it's third down and 6, and that's a very costly penalty for the Panthers.
Especially when they're trying to throw the ball around and you get a wet ball. That's just that farther you got to throw the ball now.
So now Brian Ponder tucks his knee pads and pulls them down a little bit. And now Coach Jay wants to know why something's going on with the official. He's in the official's ear.
Clock's not running.
And the clock apparently was not running. It's 10:33 on the clock.
The clock was not running. It should have been running, I guess.
Play clock.
Play clock.
So
now the play clock is down to 0. Well, I mean, it's at 0 now, so I wonder if he thought the play clock should have been running, and now they're having a conference at the 40-yard line.
Well, after the penalty, they moved it back. And now they're going to start the 25-second clock. And Coach Jay is really not happy about this. And he is so hot right now.
He simmered down.
As should be.
He simmered down the second quarter, but he's looked like he's back at it again, and rightfully so.
We used to see Coach Hudson,
oh boy,
get fired up a little bit. Coach Jay is right there in Hudson for him. Here's third down and long, and this is going to be Monroe on the catch. He has a first down caught and brought down by Elijah Campbell along with Caden Harmon, but they'll move the sticks just inside Howe territory at the 49-yard line. And Coach Jay still not happy.
Yeah, just ran up about 7 yards, came back, and then made a little play to get an extra 2 or 3 yards to get that first down.
First down and 10, left to right going the Bells Panthers in their gold uniforms and maroon bottoms, and this is going to be Colgan stopped in the backfield, but he spins out of a tackle. He's going to gain 1, he's going to gain 2, he's going to gain 5, he's going to gain 10 right at the marker, and a nice run by Coughlin to get away. He was knocked in the backfield, but got away from that one. They'll give him 9, just shy of the first down.
Louder with the tackle. We talked about defenses needing to be better as Coach Jay is walking out, looks like, is there an injured player? Or is he?
They're spotting the ball at the 40. Coach Jay's all the way out to midfield.
I stopped what I was saying because I was like, is there an injured player? Coach Jay's going out, literally almost out to the middle of the field.
He went all the way to midfield. I've never seen a coach go all the way to midfield.
Well, that's why I was like, is there somebody down or is there something going on? Why is he going all the way out? You never see a coach go out to midfield. But anyways, I was talking about tackles. They're going to have to do a better job of making tackles. They missed 2 or 3 right there on that last play.
2nd down and 1. Ponder is in the gun. Brian Ponder, the coach's son, and the shotgun. And we'll see what happens. They're taking their time now. They looked over to the sideline, taking all kinds of time here. The play clock is now at 27. 2nd down and 1. And this is a high snap, brings it down, throws a screen pass incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver, which will bring up a 3rd down and 1. And an interesting call with anytime you have a wet ball like this, you tend to think that you'd keep it on the ground a little bit more. But boy, they're still slinging it around with Ponder back there.
This is their bread and butter right here. So I guess go with what you got you this far.
Wet ball and all, throws it out. It's going to be caught, and that is going to be caught by Stevens, brought down by Elijah Campbell. Good enough for a 1st down on the Howe side at the 36-yard line.
Just a quick pass just to get them an extra 2 or 3 yards, and if they're going to keep passing the ball, they're just going to have to kind of dink and dunk it. They're not going to be able to throw it down 10 or 15 yards down the field.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 36 of Howe. The Bulldogs leading as we're now, let me back that up, we're in the 3rd quarter now. Bulldogs leading 14-7, but the Panthers looking for some right here. Dropping back is Ponder, 3 steps, 5 steps across the middle. Stevens makes the catch, and a nice play across the middle by Elijah Campbell. No gain on the play as Campbell made a great wide open tackle.
Elijah Campbell in that outside linebacker position. It was a cross pattern right across the field there, and good job there by Campbell. Great pursuit and able to just take him down with maybe a yard gain. I think he got it back to the line of scrimmage. Not even no gain.
Coach is talking about Elijah Campbell, saying, "Man alive, if that kid would have played all 4 years, how good he would be right now." He's still good and playing for the first time since 8th grade. Man, is he playing. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun for Ponder. He's going to hand off to Coughlin. Turns around right side. He's met. Dropped. And Dyson Dillard is right there along with Devin Porter to bring him down for a loss of 2 yards.
Kind of a halfback counter there, I guess. It was another slow developing play and gave time for, who'd you say, Porter, and who was the other one?
Dyson Dillard.
Dillard right there to bring him down. So puts them in 3rd and long situation.
Loss of 2 officially. 3rd down and 12 coming up for the Panthers. 7:56 and rolling here in the 3rd quarter. I'm getting like a buzz from somewhere.
I am too.
Here is a handoff from one side to the other, and going down quickly is the running back Morris, who came in with 10 carries, 72 yards. He had what we thought was a fumble earlier in the game, but apparently somehow it was not ruled a fumble. He was either down or somebody recovered it that we didn't see. But he slips down right there after a 1-yard gain up to the 37-yard line, and now it sets up a 4th down and 11 for Bells, and they're going to call for the punt team to come in. So Ponder's going to punt this one away, and I have no idea where that – it sounds like a bass is right next to us.
Yeah, a bass or a bong or like a dong.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
kind of annoying a little bit. Here, that drops the punt. The punt is recovered at the 45-yard line. The punter dropped it. It went in and out of his hands, and right there was Cameron Blessi to pick it right back up, and Howe's in great position at their own 45-yard line.
Just couldn't get a handle on that snap there, and just tried to. He fumbled it, gathered himself, fumbled it again, and then Blessi was able to hop on it, and I think that's probably where the wet ball comes into play there.
Let's talk down to Caroline Slauson down on the sidelines. We'll give her a chance to get her microphone situated, but we'll see what she's got going on down there. Well, let's wait till after this play, Caroline. 1st and 10. This is going to be Elvington under center, and he's going to hand off right to Austin Lee over right guard. The ball might have came out there, but I believe he got back on it. If it did, it may not have come out, but it's going to be good for about 3 yards close to midfield. Caroline, what you got?
Man, that recovery we just got from was it Belisai, I believe it was? I can't see, but man, mean, that's putting some fire back in this crowd and in these fans. And 14-7, guys, I can feel it. I can feel a W.
How many fans are left? I see a lot of
You know
umbrellas.
what? I worried. They're all down where the students are. There's a bunch crammed under those umbrellas. So
Second down. And this is Cameron Blesseye on the left side. Punches defender down to the 40, down to the 36-yard line. Stiff-armed a defender in the face and took him straight to the ground. Cameron Blesseye with some massive strength.
I tell you what, if that don't spark this team, I don't know what will. Because Blesseye, two things I noticed there. He had both hands around that ball, front on the top and on the top and on the bottom, and then he stuck out that right arm, and I mean just put the defender to the ground. I mean, just a textbook stiff arm.
So here comes Elvington under center, handoff. This is going to be Austin Lee, and he's going to be good for maybe about a yard. So second down and 9 coming up. And the Bulldogs penetrate that 35-yard line at the 34. Give it a 2-yard gain. I think it's my mic that's doing that. Let's see here.
It's yours?
It's my mic that's doing it.
Yeah, it did go away.
Second down and 9, and here's a handoff. Left side, Cameron Blesseye again. Both arms around the football, and that doesn't matter. He just barrels over 2 defenders on his way to looks like the 26-yard line.
He knows ball security has been an issue. He's fumbled a couple of times tonight, lost one of them. And so, yeah, doing a good job of securing that ball and hanging on to it with both hands. And it looks like they'll be in he got the first down. Looks like they're moving the chains.
Yeah, they're moving the sticks. He got a pretty good spot as the nose of the ball is touching the 25. So officially it is a.
Well, I'm sorry, no, it's not a first down, Bonnie. They're going to be a yard short.
Okay, so it's third and, just inches, it appears. Elvington is going to hand off, and this is going to be Austin Lee trying to fight for the first down. I believe he has it, and I believe he has it by a yard or two to about the 22-yard line, and they will move the sticks there.
Austin Lee, I tell you what, yeah, short yard situations, that's the only guy you want to go to is Austin Lee, and he got the 2 or 3 yards they needed. And so they'll bring up first down and 10, 4:51 to go here in the third quarter. Moving right to left, Bulldogs lead 14-7, but they're marching as the ball is on the Bells' 22-yard line. This drive started after the fumbled punt there by Bells.
First down and 10. This is going to be a toss to Cameron Blesseye. A right-handed stiff arm, and this time flags are going to be down at about the line of scrimmage.
And
right now there's 4:30 on the clock.
Stephen Braswell saying there's going to be a face mask. You saying against Bells? Against Bells. I haven't seen the official call yet, though. But that was just another simple pitch out to Blesseye. And Blesseye is starting to find a little bit more room in the second half.
I'm kind of surprised that
face mask against the Panthers.
Kind of surprised to see the toss. I would, that's asking a lot, putting the ball in the air a little bit. Of course, at Bells, they just sling it around. It doesn't matter. But here's Spencer Akins in the backfield. This is going to be a handoff. Austin Lee gets a block from Spencer Akins, and Lee is going to surge forward inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line.
Another handoff there just behind that left guard for Lee. And Akins helping leading the blocking there, and they're down inside the 5-yard line. And it looks like this Bulldog offense is started to get kind of their into their groove, into what they're wanting to do is take time off the clock, keep the offense on the sidelines.
We don't give enough credit to Jacob Howe, Chris Garrison, Parker Blunt, J.C. Helpenstell, Jaron Ing, and Devin Porter up front, nor in the paper nor on the broadcast, but they need it. And here's a handoff, Blesseye, left side, banging, touchdown time in Texas. It is 20-7 awaiting the PAT. And what an ugly game, but a good-looking scoreboard.
Cameron Blesseye, nothing. Pretty simple handoff just there. Gets behind that left guard, and he just bangs his way across for a touchdown. That's going to be his second touchdown of the night. Going to be his second touchdown of the night, third of the season. And I guess they're going to, with the wet conditions like they are, they're going to go for 2, looks like.
Yeah, I would imagine so, and it looks like they are. So here is Elvington under center, and he's going to hand off, turn. Austin Lee, he's shot out of a cannon. He's over. 2-point conversion for Howe. Make it 22-7. Howe in the lead. That's a big 2-point conversion. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Welcome back as we have this crazy night continue upon us. There is 3:44 on the third quarter clock. Howe's just scored to go up 22-7. It was a 9-play, 55-yard drive for your Exalt scoring drive recap. Here's the Tech Wave kickoff, banged in the air and shot out of a cannon as a Bell's up man, and he will finally go down near the 40-yard line at about the 38, and the rain continues to come down and pelt this field at Bulldog Stadium.
Yeah, rain coming down. It's not just a torrential downpour, but it's as I said earlier with Caroline during halftime, it's enough to obstruct your view and just get on your nerves.
Now with Howe, the 22-7 lead with about 15 minutes left to go in the game, you've got to just stay the course, and you can't give up a big play here. And here's 2 receivers either side. Ponder's going to hand off once again straight up the middle, and this time that's Bo Baker on the carry. Not doing much there as it's 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play, and Bells will come back out in the spread once again.
Using a little bit of that, going back to that running game, and good job by the Bulldogs interior defensive line to slow up. Who was that? You said Morris?
Well, they'll somehow give him 2 yards on that now.
Slow down the running back there on that play, 2nd down and 8.
So at the 40, here's Ponder, drops back quickly, 2 steps over cross, and that's Coughlin. He makes a catch at the 40, and he has his feet taken out from him by Caden Harmon at the 45-yard line, and a nice open field tackle there by Harmon, but a pretty good little 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain, sets up a 3rd and short for the Bells Panthers near midfield at the 46-yard line.
You got 4 receivers deployed, and you have Conklin back there who plays running back, so you got 5 receivers that kind of go out, and you just found Conklin out there in the flats and able to get 5-6 yards there on that, and brings up a 3rd and short situation here for the Panthers.
I tell you what, this is a huge play right here for the Howe defense. 3rd down and 2, and this is going to be a handoff. Conklin left side, trapped. He has the 1st down, however. Finally brought down with an open field tackle by Arturo Louder. But a pretty good gain there by Conklin. Moves the sticks into Howe territory. The ball spotted, going to be spotted at about the 46-yard line.
Conklin doing a good job of just running aggressively there, running through arm tackles.
So 1st down and 10 for Bells. They all stare at the sidelines. They're looking for the play. They all have the wristband, so they know once the play is called, they look at their left wrist, and now they can set up in their formation. In the backfield is Morris alongside Ponder, and he's going to drop back 3 steps, looks left side, throws caught, and sidestepping a defender. And Arturo Louder finally there, but Thornton tried to make the tackle. He sidestepped Thornton on for about a 9-yard gain, but they'll say he got out of bounds a little bit shy of that. So 2nd down and 4 coming up. They'll spot the ball. Well, let's see where they spot the ball, because there's an injured player down for the Bulldogs, so they haven't spotted it yet. Slow to get up is a Bulldog on the far side. That could be Elijah Campbell, but we'll check and see.
I think that is Campbell. I think I see a 1 and a 0 on his jersey.
Well,
and it may be
The coaches and trainers and Ricky Ake are heading out there. Ricky's been here for 30 years. He knows exactly what he's doing out there. He's going to attend to Elijah Campbell. While they're doing that, we'll take a quick time out. We'll come back right after this.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
It is Elijah Campbell, and it may be an ankle, not exactly for sure. Maybe Caroline can try to find out what that might be. We'll talk down to Caroline here in just a moment.
The last play there, I was going to say, good job there by Jalen Thornton. Didn't make the full tackle, but at least slowed him down there to allow Lowry to come over and finish him off to keep from getting that first down.
So second down and about 4 or 3 for the Bells Panthers. And Ponder, of course, is in shotgun formation, and he will drop back 1-2, pumps right, throws deep right, and looking for a man, and it's intercepted at the 19-yard line. Jalen Thornton picks it off. If it would have been the NFL, it would have been a pick six because he'd have been at the house. But he dove for it and landed on his back. What a great catch in the middle of the air by Jalen Thornton.
Thornton back there playing, I guess that was back there in his safety position, and saw that all the way. Pretty gutsy there for the Panthers here to go for it long there, and good job by Jalen Thornton. I think that's his second pick of the season. I think he got a pick last week against S&S.
1:37, you're right, 1:37 on the clock. In the third quarter now, it's not the fourth. Howe needs, what they need is another long drive and punch it in and give them some breathing room on this crazy night tonight. This is Elvington, who's going to hand off, looking for space right up the middle. Cameron Blessi breaks out for a moment, goes around the right side. He tried to find a hole on the right side, did for just a moment, got a couple of yards, and they'll move him up with a 2nd down and 8 coming up. They'll spot the ball at the 22-yard line.
Tackle made by Brandon Garcia for Bells. Yeah, good job there by Blessi to keep that thing alive and went one way and spun the other to give him a couple extra yards.
2nd down and 8. Elvington looking around, looking at his backs, which is Austin Lee and Joseph Brennan. And Elvington is going to toss to Lee, coming near side. He floats and runs over one defender on his way to what I believe is a 1st down run, and just got enough for the sticks, I believe, just at the 30-yard line.
Again, we talk about those pitch outs that are continuing to work, and it's mostly around that left side, on that left side where Jacob Howe is over on that left tackle.
Well, running downhill is what, Austin Lee does pretty good for a big kid. He runs downhill pretty well. And when he gets the ball in his hand, his legs are churning and they don't stop. 1st and 10 for Howe, right to left. They're heading towards the north end zone. Bells in their gold uniforms, maroon pants, Howe in all black. Elvington under center, and he's going to hand off Blessi right up the middle. Breaks free on a 20 trap, what we used to call that play, and he'll run right and gets a good block from a lineman on a linebacker, setting up a 2nd down and about 3.
Guys, just real quick, Campbell seems to just have cramps. He is fine. Number 21, Thornton, he is sitting on the bench. Don't speculate, seems to have some wrist issues.
Okay, we won't speculate. 2nd down and 3 comes up here in just a moment, but that's the end of the third quarter. Around here they call it Bulldog quarter, and that's where we are headed with a 22-7 lead over Bells. We'll be right back right after this.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
Well, welcome back. As we head to the fourth quarter now, the Bulldogs and Bells Panthers switch sides, and we'll switch the scoreboard to make it read 4. Howe with a 22-7 lead over the Bells Panthers, and now looking to add to that, but standing about 64 yards away and needing to take off a lot of this clock. The Howe Bulldogs have had a restless evening, if you'll say that. It's been fumbles and punts and fumbles and fumbles and fumbles. So here is Elvington is sacked, I believe, but they got the play off. They hand it off to Austin Lee. Somehow that was a, and there's some extracurricular going over here on the near side, as it appears a Bulldog may be injured on the near side. It was Cole Moore, the defensive lineman for Bells, with some extracurricular at the end of that play on believe for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Samuel Cherry, and he's holding his right wrist a little bit. In the meantime, it was a first down run by Austin Lee. Elvington just barely got the handoff off just in time in order to get that away, and Austin Lee was shot out of a cannon, and Elvington was just demolished.
I tell you what, I hadn't seen Lee move that fast. I mean, we've seen some of his wheels so far, but yeah, he got a big old hole there and took big advantage of it to get a 17-yard gain on that one.
Yeah, 19 yards to the 49-yard line on the other side of the field. Timeout's been called by Howe. We'll take one too right back right after this.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
We'll check down with Caroline Slauson down on the field. No, we're not. We're going to wait for just a moment. And but I think the rain has let up just a little bit down there. I don't think it is quite as bad as it was earlier. It doesn't appear to be anyway.
And I've seen two, as we're saying that, I've seen about 3, 4, 5 umbrellas being put away. So it looks like, yeah, the rain may have at least past us for now.
Is that a cue? Oh.
I love that song so much.
Oh, there you are.
Samuel Cherry, number 60, guys, did suffer from a elbow dislocation just now.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Here's Spencer Akins trying to fight the corner, around the corner, and he gets a couple of yards. And that's going to be up to the 46-yard line. Do we know? I don't want to say that it's a dislocated elbow unless we know.
Yeah, I talked to him, and it is.
Okay, all right. Yep. Well, we'll go with that. Yep. It came right out of his mouth, right? So second down and 7 coming up. And the ball spotted at the 46-yard line.
And one thing I'm seeing, Monty, out here, it's starting to get a little chippy here between these two teams right now.
Yeah. Second down and about 6, maybe 7. Handoff, Austin Lee, left side, flag down. And he is churning, and he'll gain about 4 or 5 yards, close to the 40-yard line in Bell's territory, but check the flag. This one, usually when it's thrown by the line judge like that, it comes back, but we'll see what this is. The officials are huddling and talking about it.
But yeah, I was talking about getting a little chippy here. We, had the injured player earlier. We, after each play, it seemed like there's some pushing and shoving between two teams. I saw one of Bulldog players, I couldn't see which one it was clapping at the Bells opponent, and so just getting a little, like I said, a little chippy out there.
Well, our spotter Stephen Braswell indicates that it could be a chop block, and that's a big penalty against Howe. It is, and that's going to back the Bulldogs way back on their side of the field to the 43-yard line. So that's a big penalty
That's the second chop block penalty they've had tonight.
You know, if things hold up and hold up like we hope they do, as we are a hometown Howe Bulldog broadcast, we will probably have Caroline just say one word to Coach Jay down there after the game is a win is a win is a win, and let him go from that. Don't say anything else. Here's a handoff, and that's Cameron Blesseye, and he's banged down just shy of midfield after a pretty good gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Leighton Elvington put that pitch out, and he was leading one of the blocks there, and just put a really good pancake block on a Bulldog defender.
In a game,
a Panther defender.
In a game like this, when you're talking to a coach after the game, after a win, a sloppy game like this, it's best just to let them go. Don't ask a question. Just say, a win is a win, and let them go from there.
I'm sure he's got a lot to say too.
I bet he does. 3rd down and about 12 after the big penalty, as splitting out is one wide to the left side, and this is going to be a toss to Austin Lee. Looking for a first down. He has it, and he's got more to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Is he in? He's going to be down just shy of the end zone at about the 2 or 3 yard line. Austin Lee does it again, rips off a big run, sets up Howe in scoring position.
Again, a pitch out to that left side. They've been making a living over there, and Austin Lee on his biggest run of the night gets down with inside the 10-yard line, almost up to the 5, and you get a touchdown here, and you may have just built you a little bit of insurance. I don't want to
say it.
I didn't want to say anything, but because it's been that kind of night tonight.
Howe looking to go 3-0 for the first time in a while. Here is a handoff, Blesseye, left side. Is he in? He's fighting close. He's not going to get in. He's going to be down at about the 1 yard line, as Lee got it down to about the 4 on his big run, and here's Cameron Blesseye taking it to the 1. Howe desperately wanting to punch this one in. Changing players in and out. Sean Lukash comes in, and Mason Riggs checks in. Elvington in the game at quarterback. We've only seen Krantz, I believe, on one play so far tonight, maybe 2. So. But it's 2nd down and goal from about the 1, as best I can tell. The ball's on the left hash on the far side.
Nope.
The
Bulldogs
are probably going to have to call a timeout here. The play clock's going down, and they do. They'll call a timeout. They didn't have enough men on the field, I don't believe, as Mason Riggs was calling for someone. We're going to take a quick timeout. We will be right back right after this.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dankenstater on the stop.
Aljundo Dankenstater. You know that the first name was Alejandro. I just had him read it. It came out Aljundo. So here come the Bulldogs on a 2nd and goal from about the Bells 1 yard line. 8:54 on the clock, and the Panthers are huddling up, or the Bulldogs are huddling up here, and we'll send one man wide to the left. Elvington goes under center. Riggs and Blesseye in the backfield. Elvington is going to hand off to Blesseye, left side. He's in. Touchdown time in Texas. Howe extends the lead, 28-7, with 8:50 left to go in the game. And man alive, that could be the nail in the coffin for the Bells Panthers if things hold up. And we'll see how that goes. But the PAT could make it 29-7. We'll see what they elect to do here if they want to keep punching the 2-point conversion clock, and I think that's what they're going to do.
Blesseye with his 3rd touchdown of the evening, and just an interior run there behind that left guard. Again, making a living on that left side, and yeah, it looks like they will go for 2 on this. Make this it's 28-7, maybe make it a 30-7.
So they've been successful so far tonight on 2-point conversions. Elvington's going to take it himself, walk the dog. He's in, 30-7, 8:50 left to go in the game. How your Bulldogs look pretty good on defense, and they look pretty good on offense against a pretty good Bells Panthers team. We'll be right back right after this.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Well, we're just about ready for our Tech Wave kickoff, our Exalt scoring drive recaps, Exalt Realty. That one is what the doctor ordered. 8 plays, 80 yards. Took about over 4 minutes off the clock. Here's Callie Vick's Tech Wave kickoff's going to bounce at the 22, and Monroe picks it up at about the 20, escaping a couple of defenders and finally brought down at about the 29-yard line. Good open field tackle there by the Bulldogs, making sure that Monroe and the Bells Panthers are still trapped deep in their own territory, and they'll start at their own 29-yard line.
And this is where you could just kind of, if you can get a good defensive stop here, you could really kind of drain the rest of this clock if you get the ball back. But the last few drives, and especially really in the second half, Bells has not been able to get anything going on offense. I mean, they've had a couple of first downs on drives, but it ends up stalling as they start to get into Bulldog territory, as Bulldogs will tighten up the screws when needed.
First down and 10. Bell's going to be moving right to left. And is there another timeout? The officials are calling a timeout. Bells is calling a timeout. We'll take one, too. Hey, our sponsors like this kind of stuff. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor, and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles, and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program, and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time, and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Let's check down with Caroline Slauson. I know I don't want to wear that out, but it is kind of cool. Caroline, are you still down there? Are you wet? Is it any better?
It is actually, the rain is starting to let up. What seems to be a little bit. It's much more bearable than it was earlier.
Oh, good. All right, here's Ponder. Handoff. Coughlin slips down. He slips down because a great tackle was made by Dyson Dillard right behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 4-yard loss, and Dillard right there to make the stop. That was a great play.
Good job there by Dyson Dillard playing that nose guard. He busted through that line and able to take down the running back for a 4-yard gain.
Loss.
4-yard loss, and put them in a second long situation. But good job there by Dyson Dillard. We called his name a couple times tonight.
Ponder in the gun. Coughlin stands to his right. Rolling out right is Ponder wanting to throw. Now he's wanting to run. It looks like Jordan Taylor throwing it down the field, throws it out of bounds, incomplete, third down. And about 15 or 14 coming up for the Bells Panthers. And Ponder, I talked about earlier, it's when we were having all the pregame trouble, that he looks a lot like Jordan Taylor in Denison a few years back. Maybe a scaled down version, of course, but he can run, he can throw the football, he can do just about anything out there that you could ask a kid to do. And he reminds me a lot of Jordan Taylor when we did those Denison Yellow Jacket games back in 08-09. Here's a handoff to Coughlin up the middle, breaking a tackle, and he's going to be brought down hard by Devin Porter, and we have officially an Eric Stugleski.
Devin Porter, yeah. Devin Porter kind of waiting in his lane. Who was the running back there? That 21 that was
Coughlin again.
Coughlin did try to do some juking back there, but Porter had none of it, was staying right there with him and wrapped him up and brought him down. There was no breaking that tackle there.
We got about a 3-foot Eric Stugleski right there because the Bells Panthers are forced to punt deep in their own territory, and a new punter on for Bells. New special teams unit overall. And here's the punt. A low kick, wobbly kick. And Joseph Brennan's going to have to back away from this because Bells Panthers are all over the place, including Brian Ponder. And he's baiting Jalen Thornton to go pick the ball up, but Jalen just says, no, not going to do it. Howe's going to take the ball on the Bell side of the field at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He kicked that ball, and it went right between probably the center and the guard would be at about a foot off the ground. It went maybe 15 yards.
So the ball at the 46-yard line on the Bell side of the field. What Howe needs to do right here is another 4-minute drive, punch it in, and get close to calling uncle on this one. 7:20 on the clock right now. We're in the fourth quarter. First down and 10, left to right. And now we have Krantz in the gun, and he's going to fake the hand, and he's going to run right behind Spencer Akins, pushes, and now a flag down after about a 9, maybe a 10-yard gain by Krantz as he's pushed out of bounds late, but a flag is down. It looks like a face mask, and we'll see.
Stephen Braswell saying that's a face mask, and Krantz, who was coming around the right side there, just kind of following his blockers, and again, another offensive weapon the Bulldogs have is putting Krantz in their shotgun and letting him work.
Well, I would imagine this one, we'll see, it's going to be a face mask, personal foul against Howe.
Oh, sorry, it's Howe.
We've done that several times. So they'll back this one up, and now Howe will have to go further than their 46 yards that they needed. They'll spot it way back on the other side at the 39-yard line. Good news is it's still first down. The bad news is you're further away. The good news is there's more time to take off the clock. Grant's in the gun again, and he's going to run again to the left side, looking for a block by Brennan. Follows Brennan through the hole. Has a lot of room now to the 40. Look out to the 30. Being chased down and brought down finally at about the 20-yard line in the Bell side of the field. Krantz just followed Joseph Brennan all the way down, but now there's a flag all the way back at the 45-yard line.
He followed Brennan, and then he also, right there, was number 58 for Howe. I'm not sure, I don't have the he's not on our roster here, but yeah, Brennan put a good block out there, and yeah, number 58 leading the way, and let's see what the flag is. Well, maybe in there you have holding.
Coach Jay is talking to Joseph Brennan, who has his palms to the sky, but Brennan, I think
Brennan held.
I didn't think Brennan even touched anyone because Krantz just ran right behind him, but something happened back there to draw the hanky, and now all of a sudden it's getting kind of ugly here late in the fourth quarter as it's beginning to be a hanky fest. But the good news is 6:44 is left on the clock. So Howe, although they've been moving backwards, have run almost a minute off the clock doing so.
They're just going the wrong way. Another block below the waist, chop block. So that'll drop back farther. Gosh, how far are we?
Yeah, we're looking at
35 yards.
First and 35?
I think 35.
Somewhere abouts.
What's in your playbook here?
Well, give it to Krantz again, maybe. He's going to keep it around the left edge. This time, Bell says, nuh-uh, not doing there. And two defenders corral him around that right edge of the defense, and bring him backwards. And they'll spot the ball at the 29-yard line, so about a yard loss on the play for Krantz. After he had such a great run, two great runs, and flags are on both of them. No flags, and he loses a yard. So the official stats won't look good for Krantz, but, man, what a night he's had in little playing time. And this is going to be a handoff near side. Joseph Brennan, he does have some speed. Trying to find the corner. He does have the corner. Wrestled out of bounds at midfield. A pretty good run there by Joseph Brennan.
I'll tell you what, a lot of that may have been because the defense was zeroed in on Krantz. And then have to give it to Brennan, and then Brennan makes a big run and gives the Bulldogs a little bit more breathing room. It's still going to be third and long because they were making up first and 35, second and 35. So they're going to be looks like probably still about 15, 14 yards out, but a little bit more room to operate.
So third and about 13, 14, a long 13.
Unfortunately, he went out of bounds and didn't stop the clock, or stop the clock.
So call it third and 14 here. Krantz in the gun. Spencer Akins will get the hand, and actually Krantz is going to follow him through the hole, and he's going to pick up probably 6 or 7, 8 yards to the 40-yard line. They'll officially give him the 40, so a nice run there by Krantz of 10 yards, but still about 4 shy of the first down. But I would imagine this is 4-down territory on the Bell side of the field. there's 5:28 left to go in the game. With the score the way it is, here comes Austin Lee.
And you're moving the ball at pretty much at will. You had the two penalties, but you're moving the ball pretty much like you want it, and you give it to Mr. Lee here, who's been your fourth down converter.
Krantz in the gun. Lee the one back, and Krantz is going to run it, looking for a block, runs into a pile. No first down here, only maybe about a yard up to the 40-yard line. A turnover on downs will give the Bells Panthers the ball with 5:01 on the clock at their own 40-yard line.
That's okay. You're up 30-7, 5 minutes to go in this ball game. You've, unless there's some miraculous comeback here, I think you pretty much got this in hand. The rain has, I see the rain starting to come back a little bit here.
Well, it's 1st and 10 for Bells, who looks a little bit defeated as they walk to the line of scrimmage. As Ponder will step back in shotgun, he'll roll out right, looking for his man, and that's going to be caught by Stevens on the far side, and that's Monroe actually, and he's buried finally by Thornton at the 45-yard line. Jalen Thornton buries him. They'll give him forward progress to the 46-yard line.
Bulldogs have done a good job tonight of just swarm tackling and just if they can't make a crisp tackle, they at least slow them down before the rest of the cavalry can come in and finish them off.
Dyson Dillard in at nose guard as normal, and that defense up there has done a pretty good job tonight.
It has.
Alex Kellum and Porter's had a great game at the defensive tackle. I'll tell you what, maybe the game may have been won up front than that Devin Porter and Christian Smith matchup on the right side. Here's a handoff up the middle, and that one nothing doing there, maybe a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Bells Panthers shy of midfield.
Yeah, Devin Porter has done a good job on that defensive line. Him and Dyson Dillard as well. We've seen Dillard in the backfield a couple of times, called his name, but those guys have, early on, it was like a 7-on-7 drill with the with Bells just picking apart the Howe defense. But Coach Zagleski and Coach Jay made the adjustments, and they're making the Panthers work for it now.
Logan Elvington checking in on the far side, and he'll be manned up on a slot. Ponder back in the gun. High snap, brings it down. Quick toss out to the right side. It's going to be caught in a first down, it appears, for the Panthers, and he won't stop churning his feet. And what looked like maybe a 3 or 4 yard gain turned into 5, 6, or maybe even 7. They'll spot the ball at the 45 on the Howe side.
Quick pass over there, to that right side, and just let Monroe do his thing and just use his athleticism, use his strength to get the extra yards he needs, and gets out of bounds too.
3:25 on the clock. Howe leading 30-7, and the Bells Panthers kind of taking their time, but now they get the play in. Of course, the clock was stopped. Ponder shotgun. They give the ball. Actually, they hand it off to the right side. Morris has a big seam right up the middle. Spins out of a tackle. Spins out of another tackle. Finally brought down by 3 Bulldogs, but not after about 11-yard gain to the 30-yard line.
I think they were deceived there. I think the Bulldogs thought maybe Ponder still had the ball because a couple of Bulldogs came right at Ponder before they realized that Morris had was already downfield and got the first down.
First down and 10 for the Bells Panthers. 3 minutes on the clock. Still not in a rush, hurry up, as they're kind of taking their time here. Ponder and the rest of the offense looking over to the sideline. They finally get the play. They all look at their wristbands, and they line up in their position. Coughlin in the backfield. Ponder wants to throw the quick hitter on the near side. Caught and racing towards the sideline and possibly out of bounds, and I believe he is at about the 20-yard line. And Bell's content with just running this hurry up and trying to at least punch it in the end zone and feel good about yourself as you walk off the field.
Yeah, just for morale purposes, just be able to get you a touchdown and maybe just end this thing on somewhat of a good note that you're able to march the ball down the field and score.
So 11-yard gain there on the pass by Ponder sets up a 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Bells Panthers still waiting on their play. 2:33 on the clock as the young man was able to get out of bounds.
And the rain's again coming back down. We've seen the umbrellas starting to come back out again.
Ponder in the gun. He'll roll out right, looking for somewhere to throw. Under pressure, flushed out left. This is where he looks like Jordan Taylor. Now he wants to throw across the field, down the field, up, brought it down and close to the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Bells. It was brought down by, I think that was Bo Baker. He went up for the catch, brought it down, and then just barely stepped right inside the pylon for the touchdown.
I think it was Bo Baker. He looked like Jordan Taylor or Johnny Manziel, whoever you want to, or maybe even Romo. He was just running for his life, went to the right side, came back to the left, pointed, and found Baker almost right inside the goal line.
So a 19-yard touchdown from Ponder to Baker, and we'll see what Scott Ponder, the father, wants to do. Ponder has won a state championship back in Petrolia, Class 1A several years back. Went to Ryder for several years. Shotgun, drop back 3 steps. Ponder wants to run. Now he's got a lot of room up the middle, escapes a couple of defenders, and he's in. I think he's in for the 2-point conversion, and he is. So give the Bells Panthers 15 on the board. Howe's got 30. This one's almost in the books. 2:20 left to go in the game. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
You're invited to the one and only Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucksnort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
Welcome back. As it is 30-15, the Howe Bulldogs leading. 2:20 left to go in this game. The Bells Panthers coming back on the field, the kickoff team. The Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, 6 plays, 60 yards, and it took it right at 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes off the clock. 30-15 our new score, and we're ready for the Tech Wave kickoff.
Probably an onside here.
I would imagine they're kind of, well, they looked like for a moment they were bunched together, and now they break out of it. Still could see an onside here, but I don't know. With 2:20 left to go in the game, they are going to kind of pooch it and let this one go out of bounds, and it will, and Howe will just have to delay a game. They'll take the ball. I doubt they'd make them kick it again. Just take the ball and
run this timeout.
And let's go to the house.
We've been lucky to get rain, but no lightning tonight.
Well, there's 2:20 on the clock. There's 9:47 on the real clock, and that's still not too bad. We thought, I've seen games go a lot longer than this, especially in our McKinney days, as Gene Kwan's still in the booth with us and used to produce those games for us. Engineer back in the board op, back in the studio, and we've seen some late nights on some of those games. The Gunner Tigers over the Whitesboro Bearcats 21-10. That's in the fourth quarter. There's a false start going to be against, or a legal procedure against the Bells Panthers. So first down and 10. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that was on the kickoff. All right, here we go. First down and 10, left to right. Shotgun Krantz, handoff near side. That's Spencer Akins. He's got some room, and he's got about 8 yards, just shy of the 40-yard line, and maybe about 6-7 yards.
Spencer Akins, maybe he's starting to become the closer here. He had that long run, got some handoffs last week late in the game against S&S. He's getting some handoffs here. He may be the closer role of this team. Now,
I talked to head coach Bill Jailing earlier in the week, and he said that Bryce Krantz is the closer.
Okay, Krantz.
Krantz comes in late in the game. He said, I don't want you to have that baseball mentality as he gets the handoff here, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. He said, Krantz, I want you to know that you're our closer. When we get up in a game, we bring you in.
And Krantz just came in and ran the ball. No gain there.
So third down and about 3. Howe with the ball at their own 38-yard line. Give him a loss of 1 on the play. So third down and 3 perhaps. 1:16 on the clock, the most important thing.
Third down here, so I think you either let Krantz run it or you give it to Blessai and let him get the first down, and that should do it then.
You know, this could be yeah, I would imagine so. They're letting all the time run down as Bama Valier split out wide to the right. 55 seconds on the game clock, and now Elvington takes a knee. It's going to be fourth down, and now they can kill it. Howe, your Bulldogs are 3-0. How about that? From 1-9 to 3-0, and boy, the culture has changed in a hurry. Holy cow!
On a night too, when the beginning it wasn't looking very positive at the beginning of the night.
So far, the Howe Bulldogs in Game 1 and Game 2 dominated the first half, and then fell short in the second half in both games. Tonight, it's reversed.
You flip it.
Howe was struggling in the first half, fumbling, still hung in the game, but completely dominated defensively and offensively here in the second half.
And that's what good teams do. They make adjustments when they need to. They adapt to whatever's going on, and the Bulldogs have done a good job of that tonight.
It appears, perhaps, that a timeout has been called with 10 seconds left to go in this game. And Howe's called a timeout. So we're not going to get ready to celebrate too soon. However, I'm trying to figure out how you score 15 points in 10 seconds.
Yeah, where's that 15-point play?
But Howe getting ready to celebrate here, going 3-0, and what a night it's been. It's been a crazy night, not only down there, but up here in the booth. Nobody really cares about that. But
on and off the field.
Woo-wee, it's been a night. It's probably a full moon out there behind all those clouds.
Yeah, if anybody's listening to our broadcast and go, what in the world are these guys doing?
Yeah.
This is not one of our better broadcasts.
Well, we don't have a crowd mic because the rain washed it away, and we'll have to get a new one. It's fourth down. And now Jalen Thornton's going to punt this one away with 10 seconds left to go in the game. Fourth and about 4. He gets it, punts it away. A wobbly kick. It's going to bounce at the 33, fall forward to the 31. There is no time on the clock. Fist pumps by the coaches. Howe goes 3-0. Coach Jay, it wasn't one that you loved, but it is a beautiful victory.
Turn the victory light on for this one. It was sloppy at the beginning, but Bulldogs pull through and come out with a win, 3-0, and get ready for Boyd next week.
Yeah, Boyd's going to be the toughest matchup that the Bulldogs have faced so far. As the coaches are down on the field, we're getting ready to turn on this victory light. I'm wondering if the coaches are going to walk through or if they already have. I don't think they have. Maybe we can get one of the coaches to turn this victory light on again. What we're getting ready to do, though, is go 3-0 on the season, and that is good times around Bulldog Stadium.
And again, after going 1-9 last season, yeah, you got to admit the culture has changed here. The players have bought in, and it's just I like this recipe that Coach Jay has. He goes, you get your best defenders on defense, you run the ball on offense, you take time off the clock, and that's what they've done these first 3 games.
All Bulldog paws in the air. The school song is going. It's a fun time out there. And I tell you what, we'll get Caroline Slauson down to talk with Coach Jay here in just a little bit, and probably just say, hey,
a win
is a win, and just let him elaborate from there and say good night.
Like I said, I'm sure he's got a lot to say.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I tell you what, it's been a transformation around this place, and what a great hire. You know, it was a great hire when they hired Coach Hudson. He was the right guy for the right time. It was perfect. And, boy, when he leaves and you want to hire somebody else, Bill Jalen comes along, and holy moly, that is a great hire.
Yeah, he's made just a seamless transition and again, got these players, some of them who didn't play football last year, who hadn't played football since 8th grade like Elijah Campbell, and got these guys to buy in. And look at this.
The Howe Bulldogs standing with their hands behind their back, talking about Bill Jailing and what kind of program this is. He has their back to are standing facing the Bells Panthers as they're facing their crowd and their home fight song and school song. So the Howe Bulldogs honor them.
Yeah.
Total class.
Yeah, Howe was doing that, had their school song, and Bells was kind of respecting their time, and now Howe has reciprocated, done the same thing for them. So
how about that?
That starts at the top for Coach Jay.
Yeah, that's very classy indeed. And we'll see if we can get another victory light turned on by Coach McCormick. And we'll see if Coach McCormick will walk through here. He's got to get past the pizza.
There's a lot left over of it, too.
And again, thanks to Polio's Pizza tonight for our halftime and pregame meal as the Bulldogs are down on the field. And now Coach Jay's going to talk to him a little bit. So it'll be just a little bit before Caroline's able to talk to Coach Jay. But, again, what a great night. And still waiting on Coach McCormick to get over here. He's got a job to do, and that's turn on this victory light. So, Coach Jay, you hear, you could barely hear because we don't have our crowd mic tonight, but celebration from the Bulldogs down on the field. And tell you what, it's fun times around here again.
And the rain has started back, and too, and this field has, surprisingly kind of is held up pretty well. You see some divots in the field, but for the most part, it's stayed together.
I just hope there's no Howe youth football games here tomorrow because I don't know that they would be able to play here.
I don't know about that either.
So, what a great night tonight. 30-15. Howe goes 3-0 on this young season. Has faced three pretty good. They were challenged tonight for sure. It wasn't Bells in their atmosphere. It wasn't Bells on the turf with a dry ball, slinging it all over the place. But it was a good Bells offense, and Howe made the plays when they need to. What stands out to me is the Jalen Thornton interception, the Elijah Campbell defensive play, the Mason Riggs swatted away pass across the middle. Just great plays by the defense coming up, putting pressure. Devin Porter putting pressure on the quarterback. Dyson Dillard with some plays up the middle. There's a lot of players that played tonight.
Yeah, this was not an effort. This was an all-around team effort. It wasn't just one guy. When you look at the film, you'll be able to look at several different players who contributed. And again, I touched on it earlier, was that first drive, Bells drove down the field and scored on that first drive. And I think, at least I was kind of starstruck at first. I was like, oh man, it's like they scored. We fumbled, they've scored. This may be a long game.
Yeah, especially when you put it in the hands of their offense. And you just wondered early on, okay, what do we have in store for us? But what we had was a very sloppy first half. I mean, as sloppy as you can get. I don't know that I've ever seen anything as sloppy as what that was in the first half. But it got better, and it got better in a hurry, especially in the second half when the Bulldogs took control.
Yeah, and that second half, too, I think really the Bulldogs really kind of got into their zone, running the ball. Defensively, they made the adjustments they needed to.
We'll see if Caroline Slauson will be able to corral Coach Jay. I know that the family wants to talk to him first, and son Jackson gets a big old hug from him after the game, and it's always fun to see. So Caroline on her way to talk to Coach Jay, and we'll see if she can corral. As it looks like another a reporter has grabbed. Just touch that right there. Coach McCormick has turned on the victory light in downtown Howe and has a little dance. It was a good night in Bulldog land, 30-15, as running between the tackles is what they do best, and they did that best tonight. Another reporter's talking to Coach Jay right now. The victory light is on in downtown Howe, and someone has left some keys. Oh, Roger Tidwell wants me to go get his truck for him. This is
valet service.
How Enterprise Valet parking tonight. Again, sweet Caroline down there waiting patiently on Coach Jay
in the rain with their poncho.
The other reporter has an umbrella, and nothing phasing that reporter. But here's Caroline in her poncho, well dressed, by the way.
I think one of the people who was ready for this game to be over was Caroline Slauson. I think she couldn't wait for this game to be over. Coach Jay probably couldn't either, but I think Caroline was ready for. Didn't like seeing those timeouts at the end.
All right, I think he's ready. Let's see what Caroline's got for us.
Well,
now they're chit-chatting. Now, here we go.
He's put on his visor. He's ready now.
Yeah, the visor. Now he's all business. Had to take off the visor for a moment, but here we go with Caroline. Here we go.
Coach Jay, a win is a win is a win. How does it feel after this one?
It always feels good to get a W on the board. I mean, 3-0 is a great start to the season. Tonight was a fun one with the weather elements and everything else. I mean, turnovers hurt us early, but we overcame adversity tonight, and that's a good stepping stone for our football team. But overall, I'm proud of our kids' effort tonight. We're getting closer to playing 4 quarters of football, but like I keep telling them, good teams get content, but great teams strive to get better each week.
Well, congratulations. I know a little Jay run around here that is excited to see you. Congrats.
All right. Hey, good job down there. And I tell you what, it's a happy field down there. There's a lot of wet jerseys, a lot of wet parents down there hugging their kids. But I tell you what, it's a fun night tonight.
I know she said it was a fun one.
A fun one, yeah. I don't know how much fun he had at times down there tonight.
Especially at the beginning.
Dealing with the commerce chapter that came over here. But, hey, a win is a win is a win is a win.
And we've said it for 3 weeks in a row. We'll take it, even though it hadn't been pretty at the end. This one, it wasn't pretty at the beginning, but we'll take what we get. And you said earlier, you got Boyd next week. That's
going to be a test.
Hour-and-a-half drive over there. That'll be probably your toughest one so far before you start district up.
And we better have a crowd, Mike, come next week.
I hope so.
For everyone who's been a part of this 30-15 win in Howe, Texas over the Bells Panthers, including our sideline extraordinaire, Caroline Slauson, our spotter, Stephen Braswell, our color analyst, Justin White. I'm Monty Walker. We will see you next week over in Boyd.
You've been listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Bucks Norton Barbecue, Tech Wave, Robertson Welding Services, Knight Furniture, FBC Howe, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Independent Bank, Exalt Realty. This has been a presentation of Grayson Publishing.